Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
Well, we went on. Like, we all got to cut corners.
Oh, no kidding.
Hi. Hi, good morning, everybody.
Woo! Woo!
Fabulous Opie and Anthony program.
I had one of those days yesterday. One of those days.
One of those days. That could be good
It was very good.
or bad.
I went home and did absolutely nothing all day long.
Fantastic.
I rarely have one of those. I just laid on the couch trying to figure out the economy with Obama and the gang on TV.
Did you figure it all out?
Oh, yeah.
Got it all, you ready to submit your findings to the president?
You watch that CNN and that Situation Room, and you realize there's a situation out there.
Oh,
The hell? You can't watch CNN, Fox, or MSNBC for too long. It'll drive you nuts.
Yeah.
It's just doom and gloom. Even if it's not really, well, it is pretty bad, though. I can't even twist that. I was going to twist it. Stock market is at its lowest level since, what, 97?
97.
That's when we moved back to New York, my friend. And that was a long time ago.
97. Unbelievable.
Wasn't that like the .com era?
It was right before it, really. It was, we had a good one. Yeah, like 97. Okay, 97, 98, and then by 99, it was pretty much crashing down around everybody.
What bothers me, whatever. It's going to get into either you love him or hate him discussion. I understand that. But where the hell was, like, I think we talked about this in between shows yesterday.
Yeah.
Where the hell was Bush? All this stuff was kind of getting ready to happen, and he's just like, everything's fine.
Sitting there as
Everything's fine.
yeah, we're talking about terror.
Right.
And that was, he
had to know that this whole thing was collapsing.
ignored all this
And
economic problems.
You think he was just hoping he could get to the end without it happening on his watch?
Oof. Yeah, of course he was probably hoping that, but man, did that happen.
Right near the end it happened, right? But the clouds were forming and everything, and he was just business as usual. He never told us that the banks were collapsing.
Hey,
he never told us any of this stuff.
It's easy. Look
The
back.
housing market, none of this stuff. It was all,
Look back 4 years, see where the market was.
Right.
3 years, see where it was, see where the housing was, everything else, and then just see what happened when he left.
Right. But he didn't.
So he didn't do anything in between there to help. That's what I always said. I always said, where is the pictures of Bush signing stuff? Like, you never saw him signing anything except a veto for stem cell research or something.
That's a great point.
The guy was never there. Like, President Clinton, every other clip of Bill Clinton was him sitting at a big table with the press all around him with 20 pens.
A pile of pens.
And he's signing things, and they're giving the pens out, and he's signing new bills and this and that. And Bush would just, you see him getting on and off that helicopter.
Yeah.
And who knows where he's going, what he's doing.
I don't even think he knew. He was just kind of like, going through the motions.
There's one picture of him signing some stuff.
Yeah, but Obama, old lefty, is signing every other day.
Oh, yeah.
Well, every other day? What am I saying? Every other hour.
Yeah.
You ever try to sign your name with 20 pens?
It's got to be a little rough.
When I was younger, I'm like, the president signs his name with like 20 pens. We're going to try it. It looks horrific. How do they do that? How do you do that? He does like a quarter of an inch and then puts the pen down, then gets another pen.
You get like a little piece of the first letter of your name and then another pen, and then you have the 20 pens.
Yeah, they're saying that Obama, he's been in office, 35 days, something like that? The busiest president ever. I don't know if it's good or bad, but they're saying he's the busiest president.
He's got his work cut out for him.
He's wheeling and dealing left and right.
Tell you that. And then that Hillary, boy, she's having great success.
Great success.
As Secretary of State. Everyone hates her. Apparently, wherever she goes, she's just hated.
There's one person that doesn't hate her.
Who?
Mr. Clinton.
Well,
because now she's gone. She's traveling the world.
You can turn on the TV and see when she's coming back, where she is.
Right.
It's great. He knows exactly where she is at all times.
He's like, I got at least another 6 to 8 hours.
You could hang out, honey.
Oh, she's in Korea? God, that's a day.
Yeah.
Easy.
Just relaxing in their bed with his hands behind his head.
She did some horrific thing.
Oh, God, that picture.
That's a good one. She did some horrific thing with her hair.
Did she?
Anyone else notice the weird hair thing she's
Put
doing?
it on top of that horrific head?
Yeah. She's kind of pushing it back like a guy would.
She looks like David Spade.
Yeah.
God, is she awful. Yeah, but she's, where she's going, people are, like, holding up signs. Mm-hmm. Saying, go home, Hillary. We don't like you.
Well,
like, wait a minute. It's my first day here.
Yeah, but the world's supposed to hate any, diplomat from the United States.
That's true.
I mean, why do they really hate her?
Yeah, because she's the Secretary of State.
Is that the only reason?
That's got to be the only reason.
Look at Bill Clinton. I've never seen that picture.
Oh, that
Put that up on onaradio.com. I've seen her look like that with the long straight hair and the hippie glasses that are kind of shady. But then Bill Clinton with the long hair and the beard. And then he becomes president. Hippie. How cool is that?
He's a hippie.
That's the president and secretary of state.
Yeah.
That is
there you go.
But he's fake hippie, though. You could tell.
That's weird, man.
He's a fake hippie there.
What was that, his Oxford days? Where he was Rhodes Scholar?
Yeah.
Had the look, the patches on the elbows.
Oh, yeah, you got to grow your hair out a little bit if you're a Rhodes Scholar.
Kind of look like you're a little crazy because you're so smart.
It's like you're so smart you don't have time to groom, man.
Right, man. I bet her armpits look like the top of her head, too. Hair was just growing. I don't have time to shave my armpits, man.
She was never a good-looking broad.
No.
I mean, they get a little older, whatever, but you see the younger pictures, usually you see a little cuteness or a little something in there.
She got that big round face. You know what slims that out? That brings the cheeks in.
Well, here's the first racist comment of the day. This is the wonderful world we live in. Barry the Blade from Utah writes, Opie, Obama's used to signing like that. It's like using different cans of spray paint.
Oh, is he talking about, like, graffiti and the fact that people that... Oh, jeez, okay, right, we get it.
Yeah. So
we get it.
So I watched the CNN and the Situation Room and all that all day yesterday.
Yeah, were you just like... Was your pulse racing at the end? Were you just looking out your window waiting for disaster?
I'm just reminded of Bill Hicks because he talks about that very thing. He goes, you watch CNN for 15... I forget how much time, and you think the whole world is collapsing. And then you turn off the TV and open your windows and you hear crickets and,
Kids
normal stuff. Kids playing, right.
Birds.
Yeah, all that.
Chirping.
All that fun life stuff.
Where's the situation?
Right, the kids don't know. The birds don't know.
It's just having fun.
Right. Yeah. I love that. I love that bit of his because it's so true. Because they have to just completely focus on disaster.
Yeah, we had...
But everyone's yelling to Obama like, Obama has made it perfectly clear we're in a tough spot. But everyone's saying, Obama, you have to tell the American people that although it's really bad, it's going to get better. And he hasn't done that. And a lot of people are not happy with the fact that he hasn't done that yet.
Well, he's not good at reassuring the nation. He had all this stuff beforehand on the election of how things are going to be great.
Yeah.
And now he's doing, I guess he's doing things, this stimulus plan. Mm-hmm. But, it's all doom and gloom. And to me, it's the same tactic that Bush used with terrorism. It's just keep the American people scared.
On edge, right?
And on edge, and make them think that you're the only guy that can get them through this.
Right.
And they'll keep you in office. And believe me, they're actually thinking ahead 2 years.
Look.
For the next election in 2 years when, they got to keep their guys in.
And he's a politician like everyone else because obviously a lot of people love this Obama guy. But he's not stupid. He knows if he keeps everyone, like you just said, on edge and all that, he could get some other things done. That's what politicians do, no matter who you are.
It's exactly the same thing Bush was doing with the war.
Sure.
He's doing with the economy. The terrorism wasn't fake. I mean, we saw what happened. It wasn't a made-up thing. So Bush to latch on to that and then use it to keep the people scared for 8 years or whatever it was, he was able to do that.
Right.
And he was able to get a lot of bills passed for what people saw as an invasion of privacy, the Patriot Act and things like that, with that fear. The economic problem is a real problem.
Boy, is it.
And I see Obama kind of using that as something to keep people, hey, we got to keep this guy in here. We got to keep his Democratic cronies in here.
Yeah, I agree.
In 2 years because
and the Republicans are fighting the good fight.
Yeah,
because they have elections they want to win in 2010.
Yeah, so it's the same kind of thing. But you know something? It's very dangerous. It's disheartening, and for morale, it's terrible.
But with that said, I bring it up for one reason. You gotta look for your own signs to know that the world's going to be okay or this country's going to be okay.
Yeah.
My thing, Obama, when he's talking to the press and he's talking to Congress and all that, he's got his hand in his pocket, he's making jokes and he's smiling. I'm like, okay. If it was really bad, they wouldn't be doing that.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, you got to get your own. You got to check out your own little.
I don't know. He might be like scared.
You think?
Out of his mind before he steps out there. They thought, just look loose, look fine. And they're still going off here. Rupert Murdoch issues apology for controversial content. Why is Rupert? That's the beginning of the end right there.
Well, because the NAACP got involved. I was following that story yesterday too.
Yeah. What were they threatening now? They're threatening.
Well, there's a thing. There's a thing where Rupert got a little pass so he could own more stuff than he's legally supposed to own.
TV, papers.
It's a thing.
They're calling for an investigation of the FCC on all his properties he owns, and Sharpton's demanding that their licenses are all renewed.
How about your investigations there, Mr. Sharpton?
You know what Spike Lee did? Spike Lee was on. It might have been the Situation Room. I don't know because they're all the same to me for the most part, but. Spike Lee basically hinted to all the athletes. This is Spike Lee's angle because he's a big Knicks fan, as most people know. Sits in the front row for every home game. He hinted that the athletes might not want to talk to the Post reporters anymore. And this is another way that they could hurt the newspaper. So Spike Lee was hinting that all the black athletes ask who this person represents before he talks to them, and if it's the Post, then maybe they would not comment or talk to that individual.
And then maybe the team would crack down on the athlete for refusing to talk to certain papers, and then maybe the paper would start just bashing the athlete and getting quotes anyway. But believe me, it'd get ugly. I hate the Post anyway.
Why don't they just calm down? Just calm down.
Nah, it's
leave the goddamn comic. It's in the past. It happened. Forget about it.
Nah, Sharpton.
That's the biggest thing.
Because this is very important to him.
Because Obama's been in the news for 2 years during this whole election run and then being elected. And Sharpton realized he was on the back burner since the Imus thing.
Yeah.
And now it's his chance to come back out. It's his big debutante ball again where he's able to come out and get all feisty.
Yeah, he's got another rally planned.
Oh, he loves stuff like this.
Now you got to go into hostage negotiations with Sharpton. That's how this always ends.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It happened to Imus and Imus's company, which I guess is ours, right?
Half of them. NBC was one, and CBS was one.
But that's what ends up happening in these situations. You get to go into hostage negotiations with Al Sharpton.
Great.
And he pretty much gets it his way or the highway. I didn't want to say
my way or the highway.
So we look forward to the hostage negotiations. They're always fun.
See how that pans out. Every day, though, you got to see the comic and then people protesting and stuff. There's more important things.
I thought the cartoon was a bit harsh, but now Sharpton's just disgusting me once again.
Yeah, the cartoon was harsh, right? So, you know what? It's freedom of expression. It's the paper. They can do what they want and protest and stuff, but when it gets down to extortion, that's where I have a problem. His thug tactics. Voice your opinion that you do not like it. That's it. See how many people you can get together that say, we don't like this. And that will show people, wow, there's a lot of people that are upset about this. Then when they go the next step, where they start going, we demand jobs, we demand this, we want you to do this. Then it gets out of hand where it's now it's not just your freedom of expression against his freedom of expression. It's extorting. It's mob tactics. It's putting people's livelihood at risk because you don't agree with what they say, because you have some imaginary thought that this country is based on the fact that there's a right to not be offended. which does not exist.
When the NAACP guy was on TV last night.
Which one? An indicted one, or one of the ones that haven't been indicted on all kinds of misappropriations with money and everything else?
He wants them to look at the board of directors. He wants them to look at management. Maybe there's not enough representation in management.
What?
Yeah, they're going deep. They want a fine balance throughout the News Corp.
Yeah, and they
owns the paper.
They want
not just
diversity.
The paper anymore. Now it's like they want to make sure like all the management levels have a nice variety of people.
They're demanding diversity,
right,
in a company where you hire the best guy. You don't, or the guy you think can do the best job. As a boss, that's what you do. If that guy's black,
used to do,
then you hire him. If he's white, you hire him.
And I got to correct you. That's what you used to do.
Yeah,
they don't do that anymore. Now it has to be a balance. So people that might not be the right color are not being offered the job because they have to fill quotas and they have to, keep it all balanced and nice.
I hate forced diversity.
They have to keep it all nice.
I hate the word diversity.
It's awful, isn't it?
Oh, it's just one of those words. Stop it. We all know what it is.
They use it as a foot in the door. It's not even a genuine outrage. It's a genuine annoyance or being bothered.
Right.
That is, they continue it just because they get a foot in the door.
Yeah.
And they're just going to use that position, like you said, to extort. It's fraudulent.
Yeah.
It's fraudulent outrage.
And it's different than what was being done when blacks stopped using the buses as a protest.
Yeah.
That's different. They saw a service that they weren't going to use anymore. So if blacks want to stop buying the Post and show their power that way, do that. Protest. Take signs. Whatever you want to do. But then when you start saying, we want diversity, we want this, we want we want people fired, that's a completely different scenario.
Why are you talking?
Yeah?
It's not going to make a difference.
I try to make a difference.
I know. I'm just joking. I mean, Reverend Al's not going to play this all the way to the end.
I get many.
If you got Rupert involved, Rupert didn't even know this comic existed.
You don't care.
But now he had to get his apology out there to try to save some. Not save jobs, by the way, save business.
Yeah. I get emails. I get so many emails every day from people that say, Anthony, thank you so much for putting a voice behind people that don't have a forum like you do. And usually they're signed with some weird, like an 88 at the bottom. I don't know what that means. Or 14 words is another thing that's on the bottom. I have no idea. I don't know what that means.
These are those type of jokes? Okay. Thanks, Danny.
To the white supremacist jokes.
Jesus.
I did watch a great show last night on one of those History Channel, of course.
Yeah.
And it was about how there's gangs in the military. Like, the Bloods, Crips, all of them, Latin Kings, and they're joining the military to get training on how to use military tactics against other gang members in the streets. So they have these guys, and one guy that was in this gang, they showed a surveillance video of him just shooting at cops in Marine shooting patterns, where he modified a gun, made it fully automatic, illegal, by the way, and had cops pulling up and was just taking them out using these Marine moving and shooting tactics.
Wow.
And he just ambushed about 3 or 4 cops.
Wow.
Killed one of them, injured another one really badly, and then finally just had his last hurrah in an alleyway against some SWAT guys, and they weren't taking any guff.
The old last hurrah.
Yeah, it was the last hurrah with a helicopter light on him and the SWAT team. Oh, goodbye.
I'm going to test you. It's a very obvious answer.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest last hurrah ever.
Wow.
Think about it.
What do you mean, grayest or greatest?
It's still early. Greatest.
Oh, please.
My mouth's still waking up.
I won't say it, but I got it.
You got it? All right.
Oh.
Well, all right, maybe someone has one out there as well. 877-212-018. When we get back, the greatest last hurrah ever.
Last hurrah.
Opie and Anthony. A bit ominous. Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have a job today. Do you?
I don't know. From looking at all the people on the road this morning, people are still commuting. I'll tell you that. And I think gas prices going down. I know they've been inching up a little, but nowhere near where they were. People back bringing their goddamn cars back out on the road because I'm noticing a lot more traffic earlier in the morning than there has been. So I think people are starting to take their cars back out again.
I lost one in my family. Brother-in-law.
Yeah.
No job.
Really?
Fired.
Gonzo.
What'd he do?
He, I don't want to really say. He had a pretty good job, though.
Secret agent?
And the lovely company, he was away on business, and they did it. They fire him while he's away on business for the company.
That's what they do.
But a direct result because of the economy.
Yeah. It's a full world out there these days.
That's the first one I know of in my extended family. It's happening to everybody. 877-212-0-A. Wow. I like this little groove.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we're looking for the greatest last hurrah of all time.
Why are all these movie ones on the board?
Because they don't listen.
Are we going for movie? We're not going for movie last hurrahs.
They're doing Bonnie and Clyde, Butch Cassidy, and the Sundance Kid.
Bonnie and Clyde was for real, but I think you're thinking of the movie version.
Yeah. Which one was better, Bonnie and Clyde or Butch Cassidy, as far as the greatest last hurrah?
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid was fantastic.
When they were just getting ready to, they knew it was over, Johnny.
Yeah, they just
come out of their little
out.
hiding spot and run out and hope for the best.
Yeah, and then meanwhile the whole army is out there just waiting.
That's a great scene. And then someone said Jonestown. This guy has one.
That's a pretty big last
That's a
hurrah.
big one.
Yeah. Let's say hi to John in New York City. John.
How you doing? The one that I want to mention, is, of course, the Northridge shootout in Hollywood with Emil Monteserino and Larry Phillips, the two gentlemen that decided to wrap. Right. They decided to wrap multiple layers of bulletproof vests around them. They had full auto weapons with like 120, 240 round drums. And the interesting thing is you mentioned the gang members learning military tactics. The interesting thing is that these two individuals were weapon enthusiasts. They had no military training, and I saw a thing on the History Channel about it, and they said, my God, if they did have that type of training, that would have been a real massacre.
They were just monsters. They just walked around getting hit by gunfire and shooting at people that were shooting at them.
They were the closest thing to...
They didn't use cover or anything.
No, they were the closest thing to zombies.
Yeah.
They had to shoot their... the only place that wasn't covered with bulletproof vests was the SWAT guys. They thought they shot their ankles because their sneakers. They didn't have bulletproof sneakers on. So.
Yeah, that's how they nailed one of the guys. They kind of got him under a car and nailed his feet and then came around and...
And then I believe one killed himself, but it's very interesting because, my friend asked me, says, well, why do you know those two guys' names? I was like, well, it just shows that why we need to keep our guns legal, because even though they had no military training, it just goes to show you if you have the proper equipment, then, tyranny, they can't really, they're not going to take your guns.
Well, you're going to get lunatics like this, believe me. It doesn't matter. But the fact that they had automatic weapons made them illegal.
But best hurrah, though, the only people that died were them.
Yeah.
They were the only two that died. They didn't kill anybody. So
that was a pretty good hurrah.
That's the one I had in my mind when we brought this up, the greatest last hurrah.
It's just, I don't think killing other people has to be part of the big last hurrah. You do have to be putting people's lives in danger and perhaps killing some people, but it's not how many people you killed before you got taken out. Yeah. It's the way you get taken out.
That was real life Grand Theft Auto.
That was absolutely.
It starts with one star, then two, then three, then four. Then you got the helicopters and the SWAT teams.
And they got
that was real life.
Bust into gun stores to get better weaponry than they had.
Yeah,
it's very interesting though. That's right. But it's very interesting though, because if you do a search online on Google on Northridge shootout, a lot of stuff, things don't pop up, and it's like, I'm not a conspiracy theory guy, but maybe I'm thinking it's like they don't want people to know that these two individuals, did that without any training. You understand? Did that make any sense?
No.
Okay.
There's no conspiracy. There's just whatever's out there is out there. I've seen. If there was such a conspiracy, How come I watched like a 2-hour special on every aspect of it on the History Channel?
Oh, no. I mean, I'm sorry, I got it wrong. I'm just trying to say that maybe they think that they don't want people to know that, you don't need any type of special training to wreak havoc if you're going to wrap yourself in bulletproof ammo and convert weapons to full auto.
That would be interesting.
Instead of 240.
No kidding.
This guy's a nervous Nelly.
All right, John, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir.
You pretty much got...
Big fan. Take care.
What did he say?
I'm a new fan, but a big fan.
Oh, wow. Thanks, John. That was pretty much what we were thinking when we were saying the greatest last hurrah.
That's pretty big. Although somebody brought up 9/11. That's a pretty big.
That's the first guy I thought
hurrah.
of was Muhammad Atta, but I mean...
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're one of those guys, I guess that was a big one.
Yeah. That's a biggie.
I was thinking more like shootouts and stuff, but
yeah. I was kind of thinking the shootout thing. I don't know.
Let's go to Mike in Smithtown. Mikey.
Hey, guys, I work for Mike.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
Hey, what's up? The best one is when that guy stole the tank, and then he's destroying everything, and then he gets stuck on the divider, and then the cop just reaches in, so the tank's not moving anymore.
Yeah.
I think shots to the head.
Yeah, he blasted him right on the top of his noggin.
That was some amazing...
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was amazing video with that tank just running over everyone's cars.
That guy was ready to jump that divider and go onto a freeway in a tank going the opposite direction of traffic.
Yep.
I mean, he was... that. If he didn't get hung up on that barrier, there was definitely going to be some deaths.
Can you imagine you're on the highway just cranking your tunes and next thing you know there's a tank?
But the guy, that street that he went down, or those few streets he went down, running over, he hit like a little mobile home, one that you pull behind your cars and stuff like that, and take on vacation.
Right.
The thing just crushed into nothing, and the tank didn't even. You would think like the side of it would come up if you were riding over something that high. It never even changed its angle. The whole tank just drove over stuff.
I'm just pushing. We're looking at the video now. Just
he
pushing that
thing,
van like it was nothing.
And then it gets hung up, and then he just destroys it. He's right over it. Look, this thing. He cuts through this like it's nothing.
Wow.
It's a tank.
That's just amazing.
And they were worried, like, is it armed? Does the guy have can he use the gun on this thing? And
another Grand Theft Auto scenario.
Yeah. He was apparently some guy that just kind of went nuts. He knew how to drive tanks. He went to the armory, picked one up, and just started driving over and through anything. And the cops actually said, when he listened to the radio transmission, said, there's nothing we can do about this. Because he was trying to knock down a bridge.
Yeah.
He started pounding the tank into the concrete supports of a bridge, trying to knock it down. And...
wow, just running over everything.
How much gas do you have in that? And where do you get more?
Yeah, right. You just pull up to a gas station.
You must get a half a mile.
Some diesel in there
per gallon.
He definitely wreaked some havoc. And then cops got in there when he got hung up and popped him one.
What did he get hung up on? Was it one of those barriers?
Big concrete divider on that would separate 2 lanes of an expressway or a freeway right there.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the other side.
And then he's trying to, if he would have hit it head on, he probably would have went right over it. But he hit it like on an angle where the tracks were on either side of the divider, so he couldn't get off. And the cops, they used like a bolt cutter or something to open that hatch, and then just pop.
Yeah, they didn't play.
Bye.
They didn't want him alive. Let's say hi to Don in Jersey. Don.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Don.
I'm not sure what town it was in. It was a while ago. The guy took a bulldozer. He got a couple tickets from the town or something, and he surrounded it with steel and concrete and basically just destroyed the entire town. He took out the judge's house. He took out the town hall.
I remember that one.
And then I think I'm sorry. The only way they cut it, the only way they stopped him was I think he messed up the truck or he ran out of gas or whatnot. They couldn't even get in it, and he ended up shooting himself. After he killed himself, it took him like 2 hours to get inside the thing. They had to get welders to open the thing up before they could pull his body out.
He had completely sealed himself inside this thing.
Yeah.
And then just drove it around the town, destroying everything.
Amazing.
Some people really get mad.
Thank you, sir. R. Bud Dwyer's coming in a lot, and Columbine, which is just such a...
Oh, yeah. Well, that was
such a sad one, but if you're talking about the last hurrah...
That was a biggie.
It was memorable.
That's for sure.
Little brats.
All right. There you go. We got the rape game. We got the bed bugs.
What?
We got,
You hear the bed bugs? Because I've been freaked out when I realized yesterday that I actually had bed bugs for a good part of my life.
That is so creepy.
Dude, I thought they were little summer beetles. I had no idea.
Even if they were summer beetles, you're sleeping with bugs.
But they would be like, I live with my parents' house.
You do now, but they're microscopic.
Yes, I do.
They reside on women.
Yes, well, I can see where they are, actually. As long as I don't have the bug, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
But I would sleep, it was a twin bed, and on my floor in front of me would be like, it was carpeted, and it was all like stuff I had strewn about. And
was it garbage, like fast foods?
No,
leftovers
never food.
or anything?
Never
Just
food.
Clutter.
Just clutter.
I'd like move notebooks, and I'd see a couple of these black bugs, and I'd see them in my bed once in a while. They were absolutely bed bugs. Oh. I had them for years. I didn't know what they were.
Bed bugs nip at you, don't they?
They probably were eating my dead skin.
They nip at you.
I lived with with a tick.
What?
Tick infestation. Not ticks. What am I saying? Fleas.
Oh,
fleas.
Oh, the fleas. I went through a phase where there were fleas. Yep.
I don't know what's worse. I would bet you fleas are worse, but
fleas are horrible.
Fleas, because
when they bite you, the itching that it causes will drive you nuts.
My ex-wife, of course, had to have cats. Yo, why do I end up with crazy cat ladies? Jesus. Anyway, she had cats, of course.
Four,
they
right?
could have one.
Was
this
it
one
four?
had 4 cats. And we lived in this, like, cottage-like thing that was behind a house at one point, and it was nothing but in an open field. And the fleas got in that house, and I'd walk around with white socks on, and there would just be black specks all over my socks.
They jump up
and
onto the socks.
These are all fleas.
Oh, yeah.
Ew.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah. I had it that bad, too, where you could see them on your body.
And they're all over. And in the bed. They were everywhere.
And they're impossible to kill. I would see them on my arm ready to bite, and I would try to swat, and they would just jump.
I did all the... I gathered up all the laundry, every piece of material in the house, went to the laundromat. I had no washing machine. Threw everything in on hot, and then while that was being done, set off like bombs in the house.
Sure.
And that worked for a week. I was like, finally got rid of the fleas. A week later, there's a couple of specks on your socks.
Oh,
they just
would
don't
you be
go
skeeved
away.
out?
I was more than skeeved out. I was angry and in pain because you're just itching your ankles. Like, and to the point where you're bleeding.
I don't know what they have in them, but when they bite you, the itching it causes is a nightmare.
Oh.
It's not just a little nip where you can put something on and go, it'll heal.
All those
It just keeps
fleas
itching and itching.
It turned into one big tick for me.
Yeah, well. I don't think fleas actually skeeve you out. It's more of just an over-the-top annoyance.
Yeah,
I think bed bugs are more of a skeevy thing than fleas.
Fleas are pretty small.
Right, they're just...
You can't really see them, and they just boing, and they're gone.
Fleas just make you really angry.
But fleas infest you where you can't see them. They in a carpet fire. Like bed bugs,
So
if you got
tiny.
rid of your mattress, you could probably get rid of bed bugs. If you cleaned up the area, vacuumed, and got rid of your mattress, fleas could be on the roots of your skull.
Yeah.
You don't see bed bugs in your socks. Like bed bugs, I think, are easier to get rid of than fleas.
And fleas lay eggs places.
Yes.
And then you could get rid of the fleas, and then in a week or two, you're reinfested. Oh, dude.
The bed bugs are a bigger problem than you know, and they do get in your clothes, and you have to freeze your clothes for 8 hours to kill the eggs and the bed bugs.
Okay, well, fine. See,
They like the blob.
Yeah, exactly.
Drop them in the Arctic.
Well, we got a story on bed bugs. This is happening right now.
Pearl Edwards, a medical administrator, will never forget what she found in bed with her 4 years ago.
I started feeling some bites, and I pulled back the covers, and I saw bed bugs squirming all over the sheets.
Bed bugs are tiny insects that feast on blood, and they can live almost anywhere.
Furniture, wooden furniture, sofas, chairs, within walls, behind pictures. They easily hide in luggage, so very many places.
A hutch. Where's them bed bugs live? A duvet.
pillowcase?
Beanbag chair.
Little creepy black bugs. They always be in the corner of the bed.
Really?
That's probably where they nest.
They were nesting.
Now I'm going to go home and look to see if I got these things.
Oh, God, if you got bed bugs.
No, I live like a human being now.
Burn the place.
So I don't have them.
You light a match.
I had my problems, but I don't think I got the bed bugs.
Bed bugs are very resilient pests. They can creep up on you day or night.
You might be sitting on the couch at 4 or 5 in the afternoon, and the bed bugs in the couch will feed on you and then go back and hide in the couch.
They're not considered a health risk because they do not spread disease, but psychologically, they can be devastating.
You'll never be the same after because it totally messes with you.
Well, that guy said he just casually goes, they feed on you. Now, as they're feeding on you, do you notice that you're getting bit, or are they just like taking dead skin off your body and then going back into the couch?
Look at that thing.
Yeah, but that's like when you blow it up there, Ed.
You can see them, though. Look up bed bugs.
You can see them?
They feed on blood.
You can see them.
They don't eat dead skin. They actually take blood out of it.
All right, so then does it make you itch?
No, it just gives you a little tiny
I'm
dots.
getting itchy thinking of this. I'm getting itchy.
Well, they numb, like mosquitoes numb you before they bite you or whatever, because this way you don't feel it. That's how they can feast on you while you're sleeping without waking you constantly. So some of these things might have a numbing factor, which enables them to poke into you without you feeling it. But look at, Dan, can you find bed bugs?
Creep up on you. Bugs.
That you see them.
What's the matter, Mr. Pratt? Bugs got your tongue?
They are awful bed bugs.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Shane in D.C.
I if there were raccoons in your bed, that many.
You would notice that.
Badgers. Shane, what do you got?
Hey, I had bed bugs in my apartment that came from a filthy neighbor next door. And they didn't bite me, but they bit my girl. And I thought she was crazy because she shows up with this rash all over her. And we finally found them in the bed. And what a show to get rid of them. Everything's got to go in bags. The mattress has to be encased. And they come in and spray a powder around everything. And we got rid of them.
You know what?
The end.
She probably was lying to you. She probably was.
Yeah, I thought that.
She probably was a meth head or something.
Yeah. They bit her around the crotch and it got all red and itchy. Oh, I see.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bugs.
Is that what they call them?
It is a mental health issue. We get hundreds of calls in our office about bed bugs.
Gail Brewer is the city councilwoman on Manhattan's Upper West Side. She says complaints of bed bugs have risen by nearly 34%. For years, Brewer has been trying to get legislation passed to help fight the bed bug battle. Her latest campaign includes bills that would ban the sale of used and reconditioned mattresses, one of the most common ways bed bugs are thought to spread, train exterminators on how to properly get rid of bed bugs, and require all city agencies to come up with a united strategy to deal with the issue.
All right, relax.
I know.
Calm down.
I mean, what are you talking about?
A united strategy to
relax.
Like they're Al Qaeda operatives.
That picture is disgusting, Danny.
Look at the corner.
That's the corner of a mattress, kind of underneath the little border thing they put on there. That little, I don't know what you call it. It's just part of a mattress fold. A seam, yeah.
It's like 12 bed bugs in the crease.
And you just see these bed bugs in there and bed bug waste. Oh, God, that's disgusting.
Sam.
Who's buying used mattresses?
That's all I like. I like to pile them up and just play in like a fort. Who uses bed bugs?
Yellow stains on them.
And everyone.
Red. It's looks like Fantasia.
Everyone's buying used mattresses.
What?
Yes.
Stop it. No, they're not.
They can't afford new ones.
What?
You're either buying like a used one, or
Who
you're getting one.
Who are you buying a new mattress from?
Let's go to the phones. I guarantee we'll get 20 people in 2 seconds.
Who do you buy a used mattress from that you trust?
And all right, how about not even buying? How about you're passing your mattresses on to other people? I've done that many times.
As a kid, you would. The only time a mattress would be passed on is like, here, your brother got older. He gets a bigger bed. You go to his bed, and then your sister goes to your bed, and then the little mattress gets thrown out.
I would bet money. I don't know for sure, but I think I had one mattress the entire time I was living with my mom and dad. 18 years, one mattress, guaranteed. I don't think they ever bought, other mattresses.
Ugh.
It's been legal to recondition mattresses, to take them and recover them, and that doesn't eliminate the bed bugs. And there's no label that said this was a reconditioned mattress, and that's what they're trying to do.
That's
is to
a
get
huge
some
business,
kind of legislation. Yeah, that's why a lot of these places have really cheap mattresses.
Well, then don't buy the cheap one.
How long should you have a mattress?
A day. You actually have to get rid of one every day.
We're not talking about boogers on mattresses, Anthony.
I've had mine about 7 years.
No, I think that's too long. They tell you should flip them every 3 months.
Well, I flip it, but not every 3
I'm
months.
not flipping my Yeah, maybe I will.
You get that spot in the middle of it.
Yeah, I do too. Mine always then. It's funny you should say that.
Yeah, it's cute.
So 7 years is too long.
Where's Sam? Everyone's suggesting we do the beep game with the bed bug audio.
Ah, good idea.
Give it a shot, see what it sounds like.
Sure.
I'll hand it over to
Sam's
Stunt
a
Brain.
pro at that.
Just got over. All right, we'll take a few phone calls here.
Oh.
Jared, Jersey, how are you, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
Yeah, nothing. I had bed bugs for 4 months. It was the most horrific time in my life. I woke up looking like a zombie every morning. I didn't know what the hell was biting me. I thought it was my dog that gave me ticks. And I used to smoke cigarettes in my room, and I thought it was ash all over my mattress. And it turned out to be dead carcasses of bugs.
And I'm itching. I am itching.
Wait, dude, how did you get them? Did you buy a mattress from somebody?
I think my douchey roommate picked up a piece of furniture off the side of the road.
Yeah.
And didn't clean it.
Yeah, that's great.
But you can give it to anybody, even if they sit down for 2 seconds on your couch, they can hop in your pocket, and then 2 weeks later they're in your house, and they multiply every 2 weeks.
There you go.
It's horrible, and the reason why he didn't get bit and his girlfriend got bit, it depends on how much heat you emit when you're sleeping. They're more likely to bite you if you emit heat. And that's how they know you. They come out when you lay down on your bed because they feel you're warm.
They hide and then
they just come out at night.
They come out at night.
That's what the cockroaches do.
Yeah. You never see them.
They're rocking your house when you're sleeping, man.
They sleep. They hide in the nooks and crannies and underneath the mattress. And then when your body warmth starts getting hitting them, they're like, "Hey, he's in bed." And they're all over you, coming out your mouth like Mr. Pratt.
And they sense your stillness, too. Roaches and stuff can sense the stillness, which is when they know it's okay to come out at night.
And then your alarm goes off, and they just go back into the...
They actually hit snooze
into the woodwork. Right.
Little roach antennas. They're not finished eating your cake.
Proving my point. All college students buy used mattresses. Instant feedback going nuts. I just bought a used sofa bed on Craigslist. This guy, I just got a used mattress from Ted's Used Mattress Emporium.
Wow.
That's
from
right.
Huntington.
If there's bed bugs, if there's no bed bugs, we'll provide them.
Oh, you provide bed bugs?
I certainly do. Get a free bucket of bed bugs every purchase.
Free bucket.
Yes, multicolored like M&Ms. They're adorable.
Give you some companionship.
Yes, they're nice. You'll never be lonely. When it gets cold and your warmth is on the mattress, they climb all over and stand on your ears. They're classified as pests, Gregory.
Pests. There's Mr. Pratt. Thanks.
Mr. Pratt rules.
And he just pulled up Mr. Pratt from Creep Show.
Yeah, you can find that online.
Cockroaches coming out of his mouth and his chest.
That's just insane. Ugh. Yep.
They just come busting out of his chest. Oh, that was a creepy episode.
Gary writes, every time Opie farts in bed, he's inviting bed bugs.
Ah, the warmth. Well, the smell that's a double-edged sword.
This
might keep him away.
This guy's sister had bed bugs so bad she had to keep her clothes in plastic bags. But how you know that the bed bugs aren't
in the plastic bag?
Right.
Why don't you just sleep in a plastic bag? It's quite clear.
Zip it closed.
Bed bugs make you itch like a madman. A lot of phone calls coming in.
Do you know where I had bed bugs when I was growing up, and I never knew where they were hiding?
Where, Ted?
In my hat.
In your hat?
Yes.
Hat bugs?
I thought there was just little black speckles which made it a fancy hat. They were bed bugs.
Are they hat bugs then?
Yes, no.
Yes, no.
I would sleep on my hat.
I would still go with fleas as the worst bug you could have in your house.
No.
Bed bugs don't sound fun whatsoever.
Cockroaches.
Cockroaches aren't going to crawl on you, though.
Yeah, they will.
Not really.
Oh, yeah, they will.
Not really.
Cockroaches in your house.
I've had fleas crawling all over me and biting me. I've never had a cockroach that I know of.
They
walking
skeeve
over
me
my
out
body
because cockroaches will get in your food.
Mm-hmm.
They will get in your food. You'll open up your cereal, and there they are.
You don't
dump
really
it
see
out.
the cockroach eggs.
How about opening up like pasta and those little worms are in there? Like, I guess I let that sit too long and these hatched.
You haven't lived until you pulled either the rice or the pasta or the cereal boxes out of the cabinet, and you enjoy a nice bowl of cereal or some nice helping of rice, and then notice that the mice were eating right through the the packaging,
sharing it with mice. Welcome to the plague.
Wow, did I have it bad?
Do you know? I had the same thing in cereal, but it wasn't bugs. They were crows. And I opened my cereal, and crows flew out.
That is a pest problem.
Yeah. I couldn't get over it.
Hey, I know we got to go to break, but Bill,
your eyes.
Yes, and then they flew back in the box.
We got to get to break, but Bill in Jersey, I don't want to lose this phone call.
Oh, Bill!
He just got back from Iraq. Listen to this.
When are you going to become a law?
He's
good. Bill, what do you got?
I just wanted to say, when I was in Iraq, we had these things called sand spiders. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
Yeah, I've seen pictures of them, too.
What's the sand spider all about?
These things are ridiculous. We have a picture of one that had to be at least 10 times the size of a crab that you would see in, like, a restaurant. We have a picture of it. It's enormous, and these things attack you. They're vicious.
If they bite you, it will decay your skin to the point where you have a giant hole in you.
We used to shoot them with our M16s. We used to shoot those things. But not only that, I woke up a couple times with scorpions in my bed a couple times too. So bed bugs don't even scare me anymore.
Oh, is that thing creepy?
Wait, sand spiders? Is that just a politically correct way to say it now?
Wait.
I'm spider rich.
Bill, we still don't understand how big these things are. As big as your hand?
No. They're supposed to be about 3 feet long, but I have a picture of one literally that has to be at least 4.5 feet long and about I'll say about 2.5 feet wide.
Come on, eating a lizard.
Not counting the legs. Not counting the legs on that thing.
Come on.
That's a big monster.
We're YouTubing our asses off. We can't find one.
This one is eating a lizard.
I got a picture of it, and I will send it to Opie and Anthony.
Off the air. Hold on. Off the air.
Off the air. I haven't checked that email account in 5 years.
So wait, these things hide in sand, and you step on them?
Well, if you got arms,
not really. They're just all over the place. Then they're vicious. They'll attack you. Those things are crazy.
You don't want them in your bed for sure.
Are they good pets? Oh wow!
Wow! All right, we're finding pictures now, my friend.
Damn, that is insanity.
Google image sand spider if you want to play along at home, man.
There's a couple of soldiers. It's like from the waist down. They're showing these guys.
Holy crap!
They're dangling one, and it really is the size this guy says it is.
How much fun would that be to just shoot?
That is a monster. Thank you, Jimmy.
That's horrifying.
That is a monster.
Yeah, that's.
I have a picture of one. If you guys want me to send it to you somehow, I have a picture of one. It's enormous.
Yeah. But sand spiders, you close your door, you know you're safe. Cockroaches and the rest, they squeeze into these little crevices and get into your environment.
God, no wonder that place just sucks. They got things like sand spiders.
They got monsters. Don't even call them sand spiders.
Why does this guy have one on his face?
Is that a sand spider or no?
No, that's just
He's just being crazy?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Being kind of silly?
It could be dead because it's a picture. You don't know.
God.
Hey, Bill, thank you.
Yeah, it's good to be back and listening to you guys, too, man. I missed you guys for a year, so.
You did all right over there?
I lost a couple friends, but, hey, you know.
Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry. Stuff happens.
That's all right.
Sorry to hear that, Bill.
That's okay. But thanks, guys. It's good. I'm happy to listen to you guys again.
All right, welcome home, man.
Thank you, sir.
Bill in Jersey,
thank
everybody.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you.
Doing a great job for our country there. Sand spiders aren't real. Josh, Army guy.
Yeah?
Josh.
Yes, real quick. If you go back to that picture, I just got back from a 15-month deployment, so start off. But if you look at the picture, there's actually two of them, one hanging onto the other.
Yeah.
And you'll notice that he's actually holding it way in front of him, like right up into the camera.
A little forced perspective thing going on?
Yeah, so it looks a lot bigger than it is. But, I mean, I don't know if you guys do the Discovery or Animal Planet thing or any of that, bull hockey, but giant sand spiders are never on any list ever. And,
really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're called something else, and you guys just nicknamed them sand spiders.
Perhaps.
I'm getting itchy.
But,
there's a guy. Go ahead,
camel spiders is what they're normally called.
What's that?
Camel spiders is what they're normally called.
All right, we'll look up camel spiders. Thank you, sir. Hey, Google image banana spiders. Those things make their webs across roads. They're so big.
What?
How awful is that? What does that do to your car insurance?
Yeah, really.
When it's eaten by an insect.
Things peeling back your roof.
All right, we got to take a break. We're going to Google image banana spiders and camel spiders. And we'll have a little update after the break. Opie and Anthony. You're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. I told you yesterday I just was hanging around all day. I was going through some more boxes of old radio stuff. Stuff that was in, when I was living in Huntington, was just in the basement with floods and stuff. I'm lucky that I didn't, lose a lot of that.
Lose it, yeah.
And then I threw it in my mom's house for a couple of years, so I'm discovering some crazy stuff. Stuff I haven't looked at in 10, 12 years easy.
Old stuff.
And yesterday I posted on my Twitter account a picture of you and I hanging out with Green Day. Remember when Green Day was cool?
Yeah, when they
I don't want to piss off the Green Day fans out there, but when they were like kind of rebels and really just going with the music before they went extremely mainstream.
Mainstream, man.
I got a picture on the Twitter account, Opie Radio, if you want to follow me, and it's me and Ant and the entire band hanging out at AF. Somebody noticed that the picture was taken in front of a Real Rock TV banner. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Holy mackerel.
No one gives a crap that the picture's being taken.
Yeah.
What's his name? I forgot his name. He's on his knees in front of Anthony, squeezing the wacky horn, making it look like it might be Anthony's member.
Yeah.
One guy, I can't even say what one guy said about that. Very funny line. He was, instead of saying that's your you-know-what, he said, no, that's actually one of Anthony's blank.
Yes.
Yeah. See, I can't even, I can't even say it at all.
I'm watching your hand movements, and I don't know what you're talking about. I kind of knew the first one, but this one, you do like a little stretching motion. I'm like,
it's a little, the wacky horn. So the bulb.
Oh.
No, he was saying one, I'm just going to say it, pubic hair.
Oh.
Saying that's how gigantic you are, that it's just one of those.
Ew. That would be disgusting.
Which I thought was funny.
They should have kneed him in his face.
That was the day that
Trey?
Yeah, Trey, thank you.
Yeah.
That was the day Green Day came in, was smoking pot like crazy.
Oh, there's your girl, by the way. There's Tiny Head.
Yeah.
Huh?
There's Tiny Head.
Tiny.
Is that your girl?
Yeah, we like her.
She looks like a giant ant.
We like her, though. It's the new traffic girl.
She's awful.
Are so wide.
She's not awful.
She's trying to wear a dress that hides it. She got very wide hips, and she's got a little bit of a bunt going. She has gigantic cans.
Yes.
I'll give her that. But her neck...
You know what? You're going to piss off Danny and me.
She has a big neck, but then a little tiny head.
Her head looks fine. I don't know what you're talking
about. Danny and I are all over that.
I just can't get over they're ridiculous. Her hips are ridiculous. Like, you could tell just by looking at her that she's got giant cans, and because each one is just as big as her head.
Oh, yeah.
That body was made for sex.
And then her hips come out further.
If they're as big as her head, they could be A cups.
She's got kind of a Kardashian hip thing going on.
Definitely. I have a thing for her anyway.
Kardashian is hotter, but this girl's all right, man. She was Miss Connecticut. Because of us, she was the #1 Google trend yesterday.
Did see that.
And we didn't even Google bomb her. Just everybody wanted to see pictures.
It's hot, man.
It depends what she's wearing. Today, she's not wearing a flattering dress.
Not really. Yesterday was perfect, though, because she was wearing this red, just sexy red dress. And then the news is showing full body shots of her doing the traffic. Who does that?
Her head is a bit on the small side.
It's minuscule. It's a bedbug head. She has a person body and a bedbug head.
Just sinks her head under your skin and sucks your blood.
It's terrible. Wait, you can't not notice that giant neck and little witty bitty head.
Witty bitty.
We're taking pictures every day, and when we get a really good one, we'll finally post it everywhere. I'm not happy with today's outfit she's wearing, Danny.
Yeah, but
because we got to do our girl justice.
I did send it to you because you could really see her hip definition. She's fantastic.
She's trying to hold down the boobs a little bit today. Yeah. Yesterday she wasn't. They were nice and heavy and and quite large.
Weighty,
but in a good way.
I'm actually very jealous of that picture. The one on Opie's twit pic, I've seen it before. It's a color shot of him and Kinnison, and Opie's 6, and Kinnison is still breathing, but that's a damn good picture.
Well, are you wearing a shirt with a pretzel on it?
The sweater.
Well,
a sweater with a pretzel on it? Is that what you're wearing, a blue sweater with a pretzel?
I posted this picture yesterday knowing full well that the abuse would be brutal.
Of course.
And for the people that think they, were getting away with something, I purposely cropped it so you could also see the horrendous jeans I'm wearing. You don't think I could have cropped that better and just taken the sweater abuse?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a Cosby sweater. I mean, when this picture was taken in the late 80s, I hate to tell you, but that sweater was happening.
Is that a Van Heusen?
Actually, I don't think the sweater was ever happening. I was a very poor, barely out of college kid, and I wore whatever I could.
Why did I?
And that is the truth. Huh? Well, why? I had better clothes. I'm just bummed that day I chose to wear the Cosby looking. Someone said, are you wearing a sweater with the Star of David on it?
Yeah.
The sweater is horrendous.
Really
and Kinnison looks cool as hell.
It's so distracting from the actual picture that it's like, wow, you're with Kinnison. But all I'm looking at is that horrid sweater.
I know, man. I know.
I met him and Pryor and didn't get pictures with either one of them. Just got signatures. What a dope.
I think to be a genius, you need to have a huge head. Because look at how big Kinnison's head is in that picture.
He does have a big head.
And then the Robert Plant picture I got, same thing. Massive head. What's up with the big head and being a genius?
If he had kids with the traffic girl, be a normal, beautiful size head.
Absolutely. She must be as dumb as a bag of rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but I got the Kinnison picture up yesterday with the stonewashed jeans. Not only are they stonewashed jeans, they're not blue jeans. They're a black version. Yeah. They're black stonewashed jeans. Horrendous. And the sweater is just, I have no excuse.
That's the late 80s. I mean,
I could tell you this much. I was making $8,000 in radio at that point.
Right. I was
part-time pizza delivery guy for the radio station, basically. I was making no money, and I didn't have a side job either. I was like as poor gets. But I met Kinnison that day. That was awesome. But the Green Day picture was the day they were smoking pot and then destroyed the studio.
Yeah,
remember that? And now they're mainstream, and
Well, I'd rather, if I was a band, have a huge amount of hits than have a small following that gets mad when you get a huge amount of hits.
Yeah, you're 100% right, by the way. We all hate when our band goes mainstream, but you know what? They're all hoping for mainstream success.
Of course they are.
So,
unless you're Kurt.
What was that one? The last one?
Oh, that is me and Wheaties.
How old is that?
Well, the one is, then and now, basically.
Can you zoom in on that, my love? We're looking at an old picture. It's like a photo of Open Wheeze inside a photo of Open. It's like you guys are holding
inside
up a
brandy snifter.
Yeah. Well, no, I just it was the same day of the Kinnison picture. I also took a picture with Brother Wheeze. Yeah, because I'm wearing the same awful sweater.
Oh my God! That better be the same day.
It really is.
Because I hope you threw that sweater away after you saw the picture.
Dude, I'm so bummed that the picture of Sam Kinnison, I have the horrendous sweater.
You look like Hillary Swank in that picture.
Great, thanks.
Jesus Christ.
And the Wheeze one's a little farther away. You have this shocked look on
when I was younger, I definitely had lesbian features, man. Lesbian features, absolutely.
Who's that? His wife in the back?
No, that's Chris Shire. She was like Wheeze's partner back then. She went on to do morning radio in every market in the country. And she was one of those spokes people that went on TV and sold stuff.
Oh, yeah?
She did very well for herself.
Good for her.
I lost track of her years ago, but all right, let's move on, whatever.
Wow.
So I'm going through the boxes and just popping pictures up every day now.
That's pretty cool. That's some old pictures, man.
I'm being very choosy, by the way, because I got some pictures
that are just
not flattering for you or myself.
Brutality, yeah.
Dude, you got to put the worst ones up. The most horrendous ones.
All right, I'll do a few of those today.
Those are the best. There's nothing worse than old pictures where you look terrible.
Dude, I got a picture I'll put up today. The abuse I'm going to get, horrendous. I got a stonewashed jean jacket on, stonewashed jeans. I got the big, over-the-top, risky business sunglasses on. I thought I was cool, man.
Someone should have stonewashed your head.
Why?
Wait, what? He's just throwing a rock at us.
Just throwing
Because of the outfit.
Just throwing rocks at your head.
Yeah. What are you going to
do? You look like an idiot in old pictures. Believe me, I got plenty. My mother brought over one the other day from an old rot gut gig.
Oh, really?
Where I'm just wearing a cowboy hat and underwear.
Really?
Yeah, why not?
Did anybody go on stage wearing purple workout pants? Was I the only one that wore the baggy workout pants?
Yeah, I didn't
Please.
go.
Please.
I wore some crappy stuff.
Book.
I never did that, though. What were they called?
Horrendous, dude. They were workout pants.
Huh? Yeah, I never did that.
Oh, they were awful.
I had my own awfulness, but I never went with that look. Well, Andy, did you post that picture?
Not yet.
People would love to see that.
Oh, I'll definitely put that up.
And I'm trying to share with my wife because these are boxes that, like I said, I haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
She's just laughing at every other picture.
Of course.
You got a mullet in this one. You got stonewashed jeans in this one. Look at the stupid Cosby sweater.
Because she doesn't remember those days. She was
not the reaction I was hoping for.
She was but a little babe.
I was hoping for a nice reaction, like, "Wow, you did some cool stuff."
Cool stuff in a pretzel shirt.
Well, I met Sam Kinison, though.
In a pretzel shirt.
In a pretzel shirt.
He was thinking about that sweater when he just veered into oncoming traffic on the way from Vegas.
He couldn't get it out of his head.
Yeah.
He steered his car like a pretzel.
Yeah.
What is that person yelling? Do we have audio of that?
That can't be good.
There's a fat person yelling.
I think that's the 11-year-old that killed.
Right, but that wasn't him, right?
That's one of the relatives, though. That's just a horrific story.
She was terrible.
Horrid.
All right, we had to do a little catch up here, so we're going to take a quick break.
Can I announce something? I canceled something. I'm doing Leno March 16th. So Bananas March 14th and 15th is being switched. So if you have tickets for that, it's April 3rd. Oh, Friday only. I'm doing April 3rd. So for the people in Poughkeepsie, I apologize, but it was a switch, and that's the date they gave me, so I had to take that.
Hear the cursing.
You got to get the word
from
out
here.
Yeah, but there was a lot of tickets sold, so it's April 3rd, Friday only. In Poughkeepsie, I will be doing.
Is it the Leno 10 o'clock show, or
he's not doing that until June 1st?
June, okay.
This is one of the in the final months for his
Wow, that's pretty
show.
huge. You're going to get some fine viewership for that, there, Jimmy.
Yeah, I'm on with Julie Louise-Dreyfus, and I don't know who else.
Yeah, cool.
Was she ever in a show?
I don't think so, but I mean, she's an up and comer.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, when we get back, we got to talk about this rape game. Now, this isn't flash video stuff, right, Ant?
Apparently not.
I think this is more involved.
It's from Japan, though, so whatever goes on over there is they're all out of their minds.
We'll get into it next, but there's a rape video game that a lot of people not happy about.
Oh, really?
Not happy.
I just heard one woman.
Just one?
Not happy with
one in the game.
Oh, I'm a little slow today. Opie and Anthony, stay there. Opie and Anthony. So what are people talking about today? Dow Jones, lowest level since 1997 at the close.
Yeah.
I think it's going to go up today, right? Gotta.
I don't know. Some of the Asian markets took a big hit based on. But was that because we took a big hit?
I don't know.
And they did, or then we going up? What do the futures say? I have no idea. I pulled my cash out.
Did you?
I bought a little Citibank just to have fun with yesterday. So I bought a few shares. It was real cheap. I'll see what happens today.
Can the media just shut their traps?
Shut your yip.
Because they were reporting yesterday that one of the big Citibank honchos was seen at the White House. So that's freaking everybody out. Well, or actually giving a little hope in this case, maybe. I don't know.
That'd be a good thing, I think, for Citibank.
But the media is just keeping this fear thing really going.
Yeah, but the market is going down.
Yeah, that's true. Lowest since 1997.
Yeah.
Obama's going to be on TV tonight at 9, talking about the economic plan.
You think it's going to be like that old newspaper we held up where at one point they're just going to be like Dow plunges 12 points? What is that, 1974 or something like that?
And that was a big deal for the Times. And then the Oscars did pretty well. 36 million people watched the Oscars, 4 million more than last year.
I heard it was the third lowest watched ever, though.
Yeah, but you're a stat guy.
Yeah.
That's crap. People are watching the Oscars in different ways now.
This is true. You can watch just clips of the people accepting and the winner. You don't have to watch all that filler.
That's what I did yesterday morning. I think it was Oscars.com or something. They had everything. Nice and easy for you. I bet you more people watch the Oscars now than ever.
Probably, yeah.
It's just that they're watching it differently. You know that Slumdog Millionaire almost went straight to DVD?
Wow.
That came out yesterday. That movie was almost not seen by anyone. Because who watches straight to DVD?
Yeah. No one.
No one. And then Fox, I think it was Fox's, one of Fox's companies picked it up.
Wow.
Distributed. Warner Brothers, I think, passed on it. Something like that, yeah. But that movie that won everything almost went straight to DVD.
One of those straight to DVD, just nobody sees it movies.
I think a lot of people got fired over that decision. You're so fired.
It gets 8 Academy Awards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then it turns out, what did we learn today about the Slumdog Kid? One of the kids
still lives in the slum, and they had his mother on ABC News last night. She lives behind a blanket.
Right.
A blanket suspended by ropes.
Right.
Does she have any clue how huge the movie was, or?
Yeah, they said they were all watching it. They showed
on what, the blanket? Where are they watching it?
They had all the kids gathered in the slum there with one TV, and there were about 100 of them in the midst of all this squalor.
See, it's all it's lavish.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the filmmakers have put a trust fund together for the 2 youngest actors, and they will get it for their education when they're 18.
There's a weird thing going on over there.
They've lived that long.
I was watching CBS this morning, Sunday morning, whatever it's called, and they were talking to people that live in the high rises.
Yeah.
That overlook the slums, and they said you could go your whole life without walking those streets.
The slummy streets?
But how is that possible? Because these things literally are right in the middle of the slums.
I guess everything is in the building.
You think that's what's going on?
They probably have, like, everything you need in the building. Sounds like paradise to me.
They say, yeah, you look down onto the slums, but we don't interact with the slums, and they're right there, but we could go our whole lives without even walking among the bums.
Do you know how many?
Basically what they were trying to say.
Bums.
Do you know how many bed bugs must be in that blanket?
Oh, my God.
And roaches. Do you think they have roaches?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Big ones.
I think these people in the slums over there are happy, though. I don't think they...
What?
I don't think they understand fully their own plights.
How come that big?
I don't know. They just seem like they accept what they got.
Because they don't know any better?
I think so.
Once you give somebody something, then they start noticing how crappy things were.
Sure.
And you don't want to go back there.
Yeah, they got a TV
knocking 10.
They got a TV that they plugged in so they could watch the Oscars. It's in the paper today.
Is that the picture?
It's an old school TV.
Oh, God.
It looks like our TV here in the studio.
My God, they
that we
don't
mock.
even have a flat panel.
It looks like they just took the antennas off the TV like last week.
Yep.
And they're all just sitting around watching the Oscars.
Is it cable or is it hooked up to an antenna on the roof, I bet?
I don't know. That's a good question. There's a couple wires.
Probably is. Wires.
Yeah. Oh, my God. We got to interrupt this fine conversation because we got one of the stars of the David and Bobo show on the line.
Oh, no. Is it Bobo? Bobo's on the phone. Bobo. Hi, Bobo.
The David and Bobo Show is coming. It's the David and Bobo Show.
I think this will be a fresh voice in radio.
It's the David and Bobo Show.
Oh, no.
He asks the best questions in the world.
David wants to know. Someone's got to ask the questions other people won't.
The David and Bobo Show and David.
The David and Bobo Show. The David and Bobo Show is coming.
Oh, no. David and Bobo.
You can listen every day when it's on. You can listen.
Jimmy hates that.
I need my headphones. I can't listen to it.
That means Tim needs to make another one. Please.
It's nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one half of the David and Bobo Show is on the line. It's Bobo, everyone. Bobo.
Yeah, how's everything going, boy?
Hey, Bobo, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. That was some nice mentioning in me yesterday.
Some nice mentioning.
Well, we're trying to pump you guys up, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. I didn't call yesterday. I wasn't home yesterday. That's why.
Bobo, what did you think of your show with David?
I thought it was an interesting broadcast. Though I have to admit, though, David sounded like a police interrogator.
Very good. He did. How annoying was that?
He sounded kind of amateur, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He said, I swear, he sounded like the police. Some kind of like police interrogator. I could already imagine it already. I'm just imagining any image I have, any movie I see.
All right. You were asked the same question about how you got your name Bobo like 3 times by this idiot.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't believe that. I said it once. I think you should kind of figure it out already.
Well, with that said, hold on one second, Bobo. This is what Anthony's referring to. A little taste of the David and Bobo show, just in case you missed it yesterday.
This is the first ever edition of the show, and I want to get to know you a little bit. So, first of all, you're Bobo. What gave you the name Bobo, if I may ask?
My sister's been calling me that since she was a baby, and it just stuck with me. She still calls me that to this day.
Well, why does she call you Bobo? I mean, she could have picked, like, face, or she could have picked, like, clown or whatever. Like, why does she call you Bobo? Where does that come from?
I don't know. When she was little, that's how she said brother.
End of story.
Brother?
Right.
End of story right there.
Right.
End of story.
I'm doing this.
She calls me Bobo. Okay, why? Well, when I was a kid, when she was a baby, that's how she said brother. End of Bobo story.
I gotta be honest, I'm doing this to just agitate everyone. Jimmy hates the promo. You're frustrated by the fact that David can't drop anything.
But can I say it was actually ended before that, because the first thing Bobo said was when I was a baby she would call me that. To me, that's where the story ended, because then David wanted to rationalize.
You're right.
Why did the baby name you this?
And let's not forget, we already explained to everyone why his name is Bobo before the David and Bobo show started.
But even you could even give him the, all right, she couldn't say brother, so she said Bobo. A little too much information for the story, but even that, it should have been over.
Yeah.
He wouldn't let it go.
Little, that's how she said brother.
Should brother means Bobo? How does that work?
I have no idea. If I could figure out baby language, I'd be a freaking genius.
Yeah, do you consider yourself a genius there, Bobo?
Well, I don't know genius, but if I freaking knew that language, I'd be a freaking genius.
What language do you know, Bobo?
The only language I can speak is English.
You can't speak any other languages?
Nope.
What about Bobo language?
That's the same as English.
What does that mean?
Oh, that's the same as English, yeah?
He is so awful at just carrying on a conversation.
That's the beauty.
He's not even good
of the
at talking.
David and Bobo show.
No, he can't talk.
My favorite moment, probably in radio ever, is his lost question.
Yes.
All right, we could do that.
I just want to like Lost. Do you watch it on location when it's filmed on DVD yesterday?
Yeah. Before we could play that really quickly, just a part of that, but the Bobo thing continued with this.
So, what did you have a pretty good relationship there with your sister back in the day?
She's only 13, so.
Oh, she's younger than you.
Yeah, she's younger than me.
All right. So, what made her start calling you Bobo? I was like, she could have mentioned any other name. Like, why that name?
Enough about the Bobo.
I have no idea. That's how she said brother.
All right, I got you. So you hang out with your sister a lot?
All right, I got you.
I see her every so often. She's going out a lot. I don't know.
Enough about the sister.
Yeah, exactly. And this is what Jimmy was referring to. Just how David asked the question.
Terrible.
This is the only part we're going to play. Don't worry.
So, Bobo, what are your plans this weekend, man? What are you going to do?
This weekend, I'm gonna visit my cousin. I got a DVD box. Got the Lost DVD box that I've been trying to get him into Lost for quite a while.
Oh, you like the show Lost? You're a big fan? Do you watch every week, every day, Lost, when it's on every week?
Every day, every week, Lost when it's on every day, week. Okay.
He just doesn't.
What a boob.
He just doesn't know how to stop asking.
That's the best example of the wheels coming off.
Oh, yeah. All four at once.
All right, back to Bobo live today. Bobo.
Yeah.
So we kind of enjoy your participation in the David and Bobo show.
All right, thanks.
You all right today?
Yeah, I'm all right.
All right, we're going to give you guys another shot on Friday. Another 15-minute radio show, the David and Bobo show. David is hoping, though, you come in early and you could, like, do some show prep.
All right, what time?
I don't know, but, like, the usual, 9-ish.
All right, I'll be there.
Well, Bobo, I got to say, too, David was kind of threw you under the bus a little bit. He was implying that the problems with the show resided kind of on your shoulders.
Yeah, he wasn't happy that he was teamed up with you.
That's his own opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody thought you were the star, though, Bobo, so don't worry about it.
Oh, wait, the other half of the David and Bobo show is checking in.
Oh, no.
Oh, this is like an impromptu David and Bobo show.
Wow.
We're lucky. David.
David?
David.
Why would he call it on
David.
the phone? That worked.
Oh, there it was.
Why would he have a good call in?
I'm on a phone that works the phone. Today, the phone.
I could barely, get in his head when he's live in studio. How are we going to make it work on a phone? Are you kidding me?
I love when you ask David a question and he just stares at you.
Yeah.
Like a retard.
Oh, yeah. Bobo.
Bobo?
Yeah.
Bobo, what do you want to talk about on Friday's show? Give us a little preview.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be looking through the papers for stuff during the week.
Okay. What are you, us?
No, I read the newspapers anyway.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm looking especially for stuff that might come up that's going to be on the David and Bobo show.
Okay, do a little lifestyle too. Maybe something that people can relate to. Maybe video games or the economy or sports.
Yeah.
Mix it up a little bit.
Sure, no problem.
No problem. I got it. No problem. Okay. Do a radio show.
All right, Bobo, if David calls back, then you call in, okay? Or is David calling in right now? No? We're trying to call him?
Apparently, David is on Facebook.
Right, okay.
And he's obsessed with it, I think, at this point now.
Yeah.
Just telling people to remove photos of him.
Yeah.
What was that, Danny?
Well, yesterday we were talking. Somebody had posted a separated at birth kind of situation with intern David and Louis Skolnick from Revenge of the Nerds.
Yes, of course.
So David doesn't understand that everybody could see what he posts.
Yeah.
So he comments on the picture and it just said, "How do I delete this?"
That's the worst. It's the worst thing you could do. Also, because then more people will just keep linking him to the same picture.
Yeah.
He's inept. Yeah. How do I delete this?
That is. Why would you print that publicly?
I know. He's a boob.
This bothers me.
Yeah. Don't bring this up in public. I hate it.
All right, Bobo, we're going to let you go because I don't think David's going to call in.
Yeah, save some of this magnificence for your own show.
Yeah, please.
All right, no problem. You guys have a good day. Linger longer.
Yeah, we're all looking forward to the David and Bobo show this coming Friday, the second installment on the way.
Whoopity-doo.
All right, Bobo, thanks. He's a star, that kid, I'm telling you.
A star is born.
Oh, yeah.
David is the greatest. How can he not be interviewing people? He's just fantastic.
Lost? Oh, you like Lost? You going to watch Lost next week when the Lost Day comes to Lost?
We got to get him doing celebrity interviews.
Absolutely.
All right.
We got 50 Cent tomorrow coming in on the satellite side. We should have David do that and then watch him get his teeth knocked in.
God, should he at least ask him a few questions?
Absolutely.
Have David make sure he knows to do a little research on Fitty and write up some questions that he wants to ask Fitty.
Right.
I just know what I want to talk to Fitty about.
Guns.
Guns,
and more guns.
He knows both ends of a gun.
Yeah.
The giving and the receiving end.
I think you're in opposite places, though.
Yeah.
Legal and illegal, huh?
I don't know. I don't know what his... has he ever been... I'll ask him tomorrow.
Yeah, let's ask.
How much trouble he's ever gotten into.
Also, we got to give props once again to FatErock.com.
Oh, God.
Just taking over the world. Just taking over the world. Know what I was thinking what we could do with this Fat E-Rock thing? We could post these Fat E-Rock pics all over New York City. Just make it a thing.
Oh, wow.
Just make it a thing. Hold on.
Like that Andre the Giant stencil that's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, that said obey or whatever.
Fat E-Rock thing.
A little fun fact, that Andre thing, right? Same artist that did the Obama thing that everyone's talking about.
Are you kidding me?
Same guy.
That's the same guy.
Same guy.
Same guy.
I don't know if people know what we're talking about, but there was a stencil that this artist did. It was Andre the Giant, just said obey.
It was everywhere.
It was everywhere, and that same artist came up with the Obama thing. But now he's in a little lawsuit with the AP because it's an AP photo that he took and then made artistic.
Kind of modified it.
Yeah, but yeah, we could do the obey Andre the Giant thing with Fat E-Rock. Just Fat E-Rock pics everywhere.
Fat E-Rock, and then just put eat underneath instead of obey. Eat.
Who wants to get this started?
Dude, that's great.
Who wants to get the Fat E-Rock photo thing started? I want to get to a point where people just call and go, oh, my God, I saw another Fat E-Rock pic today in the subways.
You know what my favorite one is so far? I was looking at all these.
Yeah.
someone posted the original cover of the 50s Blob.
Yeah.
Right, and it's that guy, and he's kind of like holding a stick. But the way that the Fat E-Rock was over the cover, it looked like the guy was poking Eric with a stick.
Fat E-Rock, and it's the Blob.
Where's that one?
We're going to get it for you.
That's great.
Why is Fat E-Rock getting dumped?
Are you kidding me?
No, you can say Fat E-Rock. You just can't make the website.
Why? Why?
I was told it is because it's a naked woman's body.
That might be a naked guy.
Wow. That's just
the
amazing.
message I got.
That's amazing.
Way to take the fun out of the show again.
Well, it's Fat E-Rock.
Yeah.
We love Fat E-Rock. Just, you'll find it.
FATEROCK. I don't know what you do to get that on the internet.
Yeah, I don't know how that internet works, so whatever.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you wanted information about Eric with a K Nagel, how would you go about doing that on the internet?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
whatever.
My God, exhausting.
It really is hysterical.
It's exhausting.
Was Quincy in one of those? It looked like Quincy was looking at Fat E-Rock. What is that? Sam. Shirtless Sam. Yeah, Fat E-Rock.
Well, we're hoping the Fat E-Rock becomes the thing. We're hoping we start seeing pictures of Fat E-Rock all over New York City.
Wait, how many pages of pictures are there?
17. And this thing hit yesterday. There's 17 pics of Fat E-Rock in all sorts of different situations.
Where is E-Rock? Can we at least ask his opinion on this?
You want
Eric? Can someone bring Eric in here? Just someone roll Eric in here.
He's got to be.
Let's get the star of Fat E-Rock in studio.
Honored.
E-Rock, you got to be honored. And we're going to take this to the next level. I'm telling you. People are going to start posting this Fat E-Rock picture all over New York City.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fat E-Rock with the old picture of Fat Steve.
That's the one I submitted yesterday.
Oh, you submitted one?
I submitted 4.
I submitted 4.
Yeah, how this works is you submit a picture to Fat E-Rock, and then they put Fat E-Rock in with the picture you submit.
Right.
Yeah,
it's
I
easy.
submitted that
It's
one.
very easy.
There's one with Steve and a sandwich that I sent in.
Yeah.
There's a half-naked Sam.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, that was you?
Yeah.
That was pretty funny.
And there's
Boy, you really got everybody, didn't you? There's 1,000 pictures of you.
Yeah.
I figured, might as well join in. So, and there's a couple with Big Kev, too.
People are saying don't put
teasing hurts.
Don't put E-Rock on the signs. Just say eat. The Fat E-Rock picture with just eat under it.
Yeah. That's it.
You think we can get this going? I think we can get this going.
So get some of those posters that they use in the guerrilla campaigning, and just throw them up all over the city.
And we'll post your pictures of the Fat E-Rock picture with the word "eat" on it.
See, that's unnecessary.
What?
What, you naked in front of the candy barn?
Well, this is the actual name of the store is Nagel's Candy Barn.
Oh, Nagel's?
Yeah, it's Nagel's Candy Barn.
Do we know for sure if that's a chick or a guy?
I don't know. It was up
It's
for
tough
some
to
debate.
say.
Definitely debatable.
It could go either way. All right, so there you go. Props to Fat E-Rock. It got our attention, that's for sure. E-Rock, would you be flattered if you started seeing this picture all over Manhattan with the word "eat" under it?
Yes, I think I need a T-shirt too.
You want a T-shirt?
Yes, make him wear a T-shirt.
All right. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll regroup. The rape video game, Anthony. A lot of people up in arms about this.
Very
Hippos.
controversial.
Huh?
Hungry Hippos. He's one of the hippos.
It's really easy. You can really just get it on anywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, there's some really good ones.
Garlic butter sauce. There's a clove of garlic.
Yep.
Then plus sign. And then butter equals E-Rock picture.
Yeah. Fat E-Rock picture.
Fat E-Rock picture.
Yeah. All right, we're going to go to the FU line as we go to break.
E-Rock started the site. He loves it. I've never seen a happier boy.
The broken seesaw one is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Look at that.
Oh,
It's a truck tipped up doing a wheelie because Fat E-Rock was in the back.
See, that's where you could really get artistic with this. When you could find a picture that works perfectly.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best ever.
Yep.
There's one where it looks like I'm just ripping apart fish on a wharf. It's really disgusting.
There's one where it looks like a forklift is carrying him.
Fat E-Rock.
Yeah. Just get the picture and then the word "eat." Post it somewhere. Take a picture of it being posted, and we'll throw it up on our websites. There you go. We're going to go to the FU line as we take a quick break. We'll get into that rape video controversy thing next.
Yes.
Thanks for calling the Opie and Anthony FU line. Here's the latest batch of FUs.
You have 7 new voice messages. First voice message.
Yeah, this is to my big fat ass ex-fiance Betsy. Fuck you fat fucking cunt. I caught you in bed with my best friend last night on fucking Valentine's Day. I hope you fucking die, bitch.
Next message.
I have to give a big F you to Dent in Syracuse, New York. Thanks for getting me fired for your incompetence. You know what? I've been fucking your wife. Have a good one.
Next message.
Yes, this goes out to the little cunt bag in a little Beamer convertible. Oh, it's so cute. Yeah, you sat through a green light, you stupid whore. That's why I honked. And you're going to call the cops on me because I honked at you? Because you're a stupid whore? Where?
Next message.
Hey, I want to give a big fuck you to that fatso that slapped me with a block in the box ticket the other day on Park Avenue, 51st Street. I hope you drop dead of a disease that hasn't even been invented yet, you fat fuck.
Next message.
I just want to give a big fuck you. Girl who gave me her number, waited a couple days, called her, no answer, no call back. You know what, you bitch? Go fuck yourself.
Next message.
Yeah, I'd like to send out a big F you to my appendix. Thanks for getting inflamed and ruining my fucking weekend of fixing and drinking. Fuck you, appendix.
Next message.
Hi, it's the fuck you for Dorian. Dorian's my ex-boyfriend. That's right, ex-boyfriend. We're together for 15 years, and he leaves me for some dumb cunt named Stephanie. I wonder if her construction worker family know that their little son-in-law and brother-in-law was sucking cock for 15 years. How about them fucking apples?
End of new messages.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line. 866-FU line 1. That's 866-FU line 1.
Thank you and goodbye.
Hey, we got JC on the line. 877-212-ONDAY. What's up, JC?
Hey, boys.
How are you, sir?
Hey, man.
Good.
And did your mom?
Hey, man.
Did your mom force you to stop tweeting?
Yeah, kind of.
Rumor has it. Why? She wants you to do your homework?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
I got carried away.
Doesn't want a little kid like
social network,
internet. Yeah, it's dangerous.
They got big plans for you. They don't want you to be distracted by these social networking sites.
Exactly.
Great.
What do you got, JC?
I was just going to say that I post the E-Rock pictures all over my school for you guys.
Good boy.
Nice.
Yeah, let's do that today. We're hoping that people start posting the fat E-Rock pics. We're now officially allowed to promote the website because we learned that it is indeed a naked fat dude with E-Rock's head on top of it. They thought it might be a woman, so all of a sudden they're dumping out of the mentions of faterock.com. So it's faterock.com. We're hoping that the pests take it upon themselves to start posting the Fat E-Rock picture with the word eat somewhere on the photo.
How it's fine now that it's a guy.
It's amazing.
Is beyond me.
I know.
It's more obscene, or at least more offensive.
It's way more disturbing
to my brain.
Yes. Yes, with his big, huge man boobs that he's trying to hold up. All right, JC, I think you're getting the bit going with posting the pictures of the Fat E-Rock.
Woo!
Thank you, sir.
Woo.
All right.
See you later, guys.
See you later. There goes 13-year-old JC.
Kid, he's got to be getting older now. What is he, 20? Yeah. We keep calling him 13-year-old, but you know, he's had to have had a birthday or two.
Yeah, that's always fun, especially when we go up to Boston. Hey, I've been listening to you since I was 14. How old are you now? I'm 27. I got 4 kids.
Yeah. How my kids listen. Really?
Great, thanks.
Fantastic.
All right. The rape game, Anthony.
Yes.
I thought this was one of those silly flash.
No. Apparently, this is one of these games that we kind of put together a little better.
Mm-hmm.
It comes out of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about some of these Japanese games and customs, little vending machines with girls' panties in them, and things like that goes on in Japan. They do have a weird ethic over there. It's
don't yell in an argument.
Yeah. Don't yell when you're arguing.
But tub girls
completely
acceptable.
Used panties in vending machines, like I said, and then they will digitize any hair that is on a woman's lower region, because that is considered taboo. You cannot show that. Yet you can show horrific things being done with bodily fluids and things like that. So I don't know what's going on with that culture. Not a clue.
Oh, God, I want to say something so bad.
Oh, yeah?
Did you saw the Oscars with the guy accepting the award and couldn't speak English?
Which one? Wait.
What did he
accept for?
He was of Asian descent.
Yes.
And how he was talking, and it's... Can we just play the audio as is?
How about that?
I think we can.
Because he just says thank you a million times because he really doesn't know English. And I was saying to a lot of people that I was watching the Oscars with, if we played that bit and commented on it or imitated that guy...
Trouble.
We would be not in trouble. We would be fired, which means you're not in trouble anymore.
Yeah, then you're out of trouble and out of work.
And I'm sitting there in amazement going, well, I got to stop right there. It's taboo to even discuss it. All right, here's the rape game coming out of Japan.
New York City Council Speaker Christine Quinn outraged about the sale of a video game called Rape Play and its shocking and sick storyline. Players stalk a mother and her daughter's rape.
The news does realize that they're turning on. Look, we'll acknowledge it. Just us doing this story, we're going to turn a bunch of you guys onto this game. You're going to check it out for yourself.
And the activity.
Yeah.
But the news plays it like you're not going to believe this and don't even want to acknowledge that because they're doing the story that so many more people are going to know about the game than if they didn't say a word about it.
If they left it alone, no one would know about this except for very few people.
They're making the situation worse.
Yeah.
We don't care either way. We just like talking about this stuff.
It's a politician, actually, that jumps on this for, trying to get
a little attention for themselves.
Things like that.
For themselves, by the
way. Yeah.
Yep. Not for the people.
Oh, yeah.
With their constituents.
New York City Council Speaker Christine Quinn outraged about the sale of a video game called Rape Play and its shocking and sick storyline. Players stalk a mother and her daughters, raping them. The game also allowing additional players to join in.
It isn't a game. You cannot take rape or sexual assault, package it into a game. It is a violent crime which destroys women's lives.
Well,
you put it like that.
There's plenty of games where you commit violent crimes.
Yeah.
It's a game. It
is a game.
How about this?
This, is a game.
Yeah, it's a game.
It's not a game that you like.
It's a game that's very offensive to a lot of people.
Of course.
And rightly so.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say that game and the concept of it wouldn't be completely offensive to some people and probably, very hard for some people to accept that there's even a game like that out there. But freedom of expression is it's a tough nut. You gotta deal with it. You're allowed to put out things like this that offend people, and you're allowed to voice your opinions on it.
Yeah.
But again, don't try to shut down things or legislate against it or make laws and rules and blah blah blah. Just leave it alone, and no one would even know about it.
Right.
It goes away.
Well, speaking of that,
Jesus.
Anthony,
I'm watching some still from the game.
Yeah.
Oofa.
Speaking of that, Anthony, we now know of the game thanks to the news channel.
Yeah.
And now, thanks to the news channel, we're going to learn where we could get it for ourselves.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
Idiots.
Thank you, news.
The game made by a Japanese company called Illusion, which has other sexually violent video games, has been on the market since 2006. Although not in mainstream stores, it is available online. Anti-violence advocates and city politicians calling on U.S. video game distributors to stop sales, urging all New Yorkers to boycott the game and stores that sell it.
That's wonderful, but because you're saying all that, you're actually going to help the sales. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Keep your mouth shut.
But boycotting, it's once again, don't allow people to do what they want to do as adults. Think for other people. That's what we like to do in this country. We think for each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're just a bunch of hens.
We're just sheep.
If you let something like this pass by, like, oh yeah, there's this rape game, and nobody speaks out about it, then it becomes something that people just think is just sort of a regular part of our world.
In light of the recent controversy, online retailers like Amazon and eBay have now pulled rape play.
I want to thank those companies like Amazon that have stopped selling it. That said, you should never have sold it. It's good you're not selling it. But think twice before you ever put a product like this up for sale again.
So I guess it's okay on Amazon or any other place to sell a novel where there's a rapist, a violent rape. How about American Psycho?
There you go.
American Psycho is a great book. I've read it 3 times by Bret Easton Ellis. And it's a movie with Christian Bale where there's women being chainsawed.
Oh, is it?
Oh, good for you! Read it 3 times.
I'm Patrick Bateman.
To go through the pages.
I'm Patrick. But when it gets into entertainment, that's acceptable. And that book, if you read, that's why I won't watch the movie, because I've asked about 6 or 7 specific violent scenes in the book that are not.
You've never seen the movie?
No desire.
It's great on its own, though.
Yeah, it is.
Maybe you should look at it as just a different
possibly
project.
It is good. And Christian Bale puts on a completely different voice.
Really?
Yeah.
Like a person?
He talks like a real person.
Yeah.
But when you look at like entertainment like that, so like how is that okay to read, but it's not okay? It's like it just gets in a too diluted. You just have to let it go.
I think she assumes putting game form. See, a lot of people, especially politicians, people that really don't know about computers, the gaming industry, things like that, they assume every single game that is put out is made for children. You think this woman has ever sat in front of a computer or an Xbox or a PlayStation and played a goddamn game? Never! They only think kids are playing these games.
Right. By the way, Frank. Jesus. Frank.
What's the matter, Frank?
Say what you have to say.
Okay.
Oh, here he goes.
What makes you guys so different from the news and reporting this?
Frank. Were you listening to what I said? I said we don't care. That we're going to acknowledge that doing this story will turn people onto this game. We made sure we said that.
But the news should say the same thing. The news should say, "Here's a report, but by the way, we're aware we're going to turn you onto this." That's ridiculous.
But they would never do that. They would never do that.
Obviously, they wouldn't do that. Why would they do that?
We're saying we don't care if you're turned on to this game because we're doing a break on it on our show.
I'm fine with it.
But the media is doing it because it makes for great viewing, and they are well aware that people are going to go check it out.
Yes,
you're telling me if the news didn't report this, you guys wouldn't report this?
We would, Frank. Here's what you're wrong about.
I would not have known about this game if I did not see it on TV.
Saying, if you heard about it on the side and not on the news, you wouldn't sit there and report on it?
Yes, we would not report. Let me tell you something. This isn't a news show right here we're talking about. This is our show. Can I talk for a second and just let me get my point across?
Obviously.
Let me get my point across.
That's a good slam, Frank.
Let me get my point across. I'm saying this isn't a news show. This is an entertainment show. This is a show about what we find interesting. And yes, we are gamers on this show. So we know a lot about what goes on in the gaming world. And we would bring this up and talk about it. And not in a way of, this is horrible and should be taken off. And meanwhile, give all the information about it on the air. That's being hypocritical. We're talking about a game that, I'd like to see it. I don't care. I could give a crap if this game is sold to anybody. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
So why am I a hypocrite?
Because you're saying that the news is ridiculous for talking about the story because they're turning people onto it. Thus doing the same thing that you're doing right now.
But they're okay. Okay, go ahead.
You're criticizing the news because they're not going to give it a caveat of, but we understand we're turning you onto this. Obviously, they're doing that. But they're talking about the outrage that's being experienced from the game.
Right.
They're reporting on that side of it.
Yes.
They're not there to talk to you about the game.
Yes, they are. And by the way, Frank,
no, they're not.
Yes, they are. And here's the problem. First of all, the news operates under a different umbrella of what they're allowed to do. The news is allowed to get away with a lot more, and yet they are driven by the same stuff we are. They can say and show things that we can't show because they're under the umbrella of we're the news, and they're being dishonest about what their motives are, which, again, is to keep viewers. It's to find things that are titillating. That is not but they don't say that. They're
not going to say that.
Then they are dishonest. We are honest, so we're not being hypocrites. We're being truthful. Yeah, we're kind of showing this because we think it's cool and interesting and dirty. They're not doing that. They have mock outrage when they are also driven by ratings and viewership and advertising, the same as we are. So it's not being hypocritical. Yeah. We're telling the truth about what our motives are.
They're not trying to be educational or informative.
Don't be naive.
He hung up, by the way.
Whatever. Don't be naive.
There is definitely a big difference. The news is not trying to be educational. They're not trying to inform you so you make better choices. They're, like Jimmy said, yes, they're all about ratings, too, and they know this is going to get people's attention and make them watch their dumb show.
They compete for the story. They fight it out for who says it first. They're obsessed with watermarking. They're obsessed with, we have the exclusive. Why? Because that's going to bring more people to you, and that's going to therefore generate more advertising dollars. Fine, but don't lie about what it is.
Society in general will be better off when we all realize that the news isn't goody two-shoes. They're there to be shocking just like anyone else in entertainment.
What a naive dummy.
They're all about shocking you and getting you to watch their program.
He sounds like a member of the media.
They don't take the high road ever.
Who doesn't like the fact that the organization he's a part of is as transparent as they are.
Right.
We don't pretend to be what we're not. This is a radio show. We try to make people laugh. We don't care if we're obnoxious. And honestly, I don't care if I offend people, and I don't think these guys do either.
No, they don't give a crap.
I mean, you, and Ant. I don't think we don't care if we offend people.
Oh, no, right.
We're not pretending to be informative.
Right. They know exactly what they're doing. Just shut up.
My God.
You didn't have to hang up, bro.
Yeah, he hung up. It's like... There's such a difference between the two. Such a difference between us discussing this and the news discussing it and a politician discussing it. There's 3 different agendas there. Do we have an agenda by talking about it? Of course we do. We're filling up time for an entertainment show. And it's interesting, I believe, to our listeners and our demographic and people that are like us, that like gaming, want to see what's out there, no matter how sick it is. It kind of gives you like a, oh my God, uncomfortable laugh when you think of somebody actually making a game of that. But that's totally different than the news, who, in the way they report it, are editorializing at how horrible this is. You'll hear the newscasters say, like, the terrible game or something awful. This will shock you. You know, so they're telling you it's bad. We're not saying anything. We're just like, hey, here's what it is.
And it's also an ongoing theme with our show, these politicians that find the shocking video games and make a big deal about it. And most of the time they get nothing done as far as changing how these video games are out there for people to play. And then you wonder, what could this politician have been doing that would have been much more helpful to their constituents?
Yeah.
It's they all go for the easy video game angle to get their name in the paper. You know, it's a joke because they don't want to do the real heavy lifting and really acknowledge what's going on in their community that they're supposedly, there to help.
And the news is just being dishonest about the exploitive nature of a lot of their motives. And that's what's aggravating is the titillation that, according to the FCC with certain things, you can't do certain things to pander or titillate. But if you're under the umbrella of the news, you have a tremendous amount of more leeway. You have much larger margins which you can operate in. And, they use that to their advantage.
Sure.
So don't act like they're practicing this higher form of the art, Frank. They're not.
People are losing their homes left and right, losing their jobs left and right, and this dopey politician is going after a game, which, by the way, is 3 years old. In the video game world, you know how old 3 years is?
A long time.
That is a long effing time. But let's deal with this sick video game instead of real issues like, how we keep people employed and how we keep people in their houses. That's why I hate these politicians.
What I hate them. That dumb, broad politician should be legislating for is maybe castration for rapists, or maybe life imprisonment without parole for second offense on. Like, you want to stop rape, don't go after a video game, you dummy. Go after the people that are currently incarcerated for rape and getting out and committing the crime again. How about you have them if you fight for longer prison sentences? Right. That's how you get things done, you sensationalizing idiot.
Right, exactly. Go away. All right. I I don't know what to do with this. I can tell you this much. I was watching the Oscars, and I don't know what I could say. I'm just going to play this. I liked this little segment of the Oscars.
Okay.
A guy accepting his award.
So, yeah, let's listen.
It's so heavy. Thank you very much. Thank you, my supporter. Thank you, all my staff. Thank you, my pencil. Thank you, Academy. Thank you, animation. Thank you, my company, Robot. どうもありがとう、Mr. Robot. Thank you very much. Thank you. どうもありがとうございました。
There you go.
Wait a minute, that's a song.
That guy gave a little Mr. Roboto reference. Wow. I thought he was playing Battleship. Can I say that? I think I can.
That's pretty funny.
Remember that stupid commercial where the brother and sister are playing? He goes, "Sis, you sank my battleship."
Oh, then he takes her, tears her pants off, and gives her the old torpedo.
Yeah. And then she looks through his drawer and finds all her missing underwear. And she says, "Forget the battleship. Why have you been wearing these on your head running around the house?"
Eric from Virginia Tech, very confused. That was not Andy Kaufman, no.
Oh, wow. Yes, the Latka character, I do believe.
Battleship sucked, by the way, because it was too easy to move your battleships around.
Cheat!
I so cheated.
Oh, my God.
I so cheated.
It's based on honor.
Well, great.
Like our military and our Navy.
You know what?
You don't move your ship.
I grew up with 4 brothers, you know. We were always competing, and I had to cheat to be the greatest brother of all time.
That's why they had to come out with electronic battleship for people like you that cheated.
It was an art to move your battleships without anyone knowing, by the way.
What are you doing down there? What are you doing with your hands?
What? Nothing.
You moved your ship.
No,
you moved it. And then you can find out you moved it because you look at the pattern of your pegs and realize, I knew a ship was there.
Yeah, but you have to know how to do it. You allow them to hit, and then you do a little twisty on your battleship because they're thinking they're going to go this way.
Yeah.
With the next, hit. So you can kind of rotate a little bit.
You ever put your carrier and your battleship in like a T or an L formation, hoping that when they wipe one out, they won't think that you're going to have another one near there?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes that backfires, though.
It backfires because sometimes they'll go halfway up the battleship and hit one with the carrier and then like 3 with the battleship and be like, wait, that should have been sunk because that's like 4 pegs. And then they'll, oh, I see. You got a couple there. Damn it.
I used to pile them all together, too.
Oh, you in a big cluster?
Well, with the hope that as long as they don't hit that cluster, you could go forever. But as soon as they hit that cluster, know what you're up to? Oh my God!
Then you're trying to hide your arm movements.
Oh, yeah.
Sitting there.
I gotta get
like
one of these.
Christopher Reeve, only moving your fingertips.
I gotta get one of these out of the cluster. Oh yeah, you would. Oh, that was how I cheated though. You'd look right at your brother, hoping he's not looking at your hand. Like, all right, what's your move?
Oh, you slide a hand, guy.
I'm trying
to distract.
Absolutely.
A girl in a skirt come out. With a top hat and a rabbit.
What do you guys think? They're starting to make the Fat E-Rock.
Oh, it's great.
That's pretty good.
Oh, that is good.
We can put that online for everybody on onaradio.com. And maybe they can print it up, or is that too outrageous for the lawyers?
So outrageous.
Hey, can we find one of those old Battleship commercials where him and his sister are having a good-natured game of Battleship?
Yeah, please. Let's find that for after the break.
No one mentions the drunken father. How great would that have been? You sank my battleship, and a whiskey bottle flies into the frame and crashes against the loud game.
Just got to acknowledge if radio show hosts imitated the guy we just played, they would be fired.
Which, that's exactly what it is. I mean,
which is insane to me.
There's so much there.
You could have a lot of fun with that in a good-natured way.
Of course.
And I've talked to our Asian listeners. We do have them. And they're like, we're fine. You can goof on us like you goof on everyone else. I don't know what the problem is.
For some reason, we have to treat you special because you're much too sensitive to take any type of ribbing, any type of joking. But even in an endearing way, because that was like kind of endearing. The guy gets up there and gives a speech. He can't really speak English very well. But he had the crowd at the end. He did a Mr. Roboto thing and gets a laugh.
Sure.
And then he's off. So just to be able to comment on how he was saying certain words would be funny, but
dare I say brilliant. You go to Japan and get a laugh not knowing their language. Yeah, how would you do that?
Oh, you'd get a laugh. Just try to talk. Try to say anything in Japanese.
But then get a real laugh where they're laughing with you, not at you.
With you.
Can you do that? Can you go to Japan and do that? Let's flip this.
If I had a bathtub and just ate a bunch of grapes and cappuccino.
No, if you showed a married couple having sex on their wedding night where it was loving and gentle, and they would all laugh and crack up. What is this? Why isn't she crying? Why is there nothing being
that
sprayed
dress
on her?
still white?
Hey, it's Black History Month. We're coming to the end. We only have a few days left.
Yep.
Right? Wow, Friday's it as far as Black History Month goes.
Wow, that's it? That went fast.
Here's today's honoree.
Is that the...
To celebrate Black History.
Sorry.
What did you want to say?
I was going to say, is that his entire term?
What do you mean?
I thought it was just for Black History Month.
Oh, boy. You've been so good.
That we have about... Oh, no, it's 4 years?
You've been so good.
All right,
sir.
I didn't know.
You've been so good. I've been proud of you, matter of fact. I've been so proud of you.
Check. Yeah! Well, apparently he is.
Hey!
Hey! I hope that 12, 13 bucks people get from the stimulus package really boosts the economy, by the way. Great job.
Yeah, it'll help some people.
Job. Will it? If they pull it all together,
it'll help.
And then whoever gets it, they have a lottery.
What is it, 13 a month?
13 a week.
13 a week. 13 a week will, believe it or not, Anthony, help a lot of people.
Wait, they're having a lottery for $13?
No, it's a stimulus package.
That will help a lot of people.
That's the average person's share of the reduced taxes and payroll taxes mostly from the
So that's like $500, less than $600 a year?
Yeah.
You couldn't get anywhere in the India slums with that. It's a nonsense. How about the money we're giving to Gaza? What was it, $900-something million?
Yeah, divvy that up.
How about that gets divvied up among Americans, and we don't give it? I don't even care if it's Israelis or Palestinians get it. How about we divvy that up among people that are here, and stop giving our money away to other countries?
That's too logical, Jimmy.
Bunch of dopes we are.
Too logical. All right, Black History Month. Here's today's honoree.
To celebrate Black History Month, the Opie and Anthony Show is recognizing those historic African Americans without whom this country would not be the melting pot it is today. Today we honor Marvin Berry, lead singer of Marvin Berry and the Starlighters, who played at the Enchantment Under the Sea dance at the Hill Valley High School. When a hand injury incapacitates him, replacement guitarist Marty McFly dazzles the crowd with a musical style unheard of in 1955.
Jump! It's Marvin! Your cousin, Marvin Berry. You know that new sound you're looking for? Well, listen to this.
How about that? A black man stealing music from a white man. That's a first in our book. Stay tuned for more icons of Black history on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Opie and Anthony. What else is going on in the world, Ant? Anything?
Nah, just kind of.
It's a weird day today, news-wise.
Hanging out at home now. Loading movies. That's my new thing now. I'm just a movie maven over the house. You should have seen my mother and Sal over there. Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow, it's like we're in a theater. He's just yelling. Wow.
The theater's done, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they got to do a few little things. I told
a little
them.
Tweaking?
Yeah, well, one of these processor units from Canada was on the fritz. So my regular TV.
Oh, really?
And I was like, that better be fixed before Lost comes on. Because I watch Lost every day, week, when it's on every day, week. Every day.
Of the week.
Of the week when I watch Lost.
Day.
Lost. I want to watch it downstairs. But I was watching the opening scene to Saving Private Ryan.
Nice, right?
And wow, yeah, it's really sick. All the subtle little sounds you hear of gushing guts and bullets pinging off of the metal. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. I noticed one thing, though, and I don't know, I guess after a while when you get used to it, because it's like a new toy, this whole theater thing, I find myself just watching the highlight clips of movies. I'm rarely sitting and watching an entire movie.
Yeah.
I sit and just go, I watch something, then I go, I want to see this part of the movie.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You've seen it, right?
Yeah, a lot of the movies I've seen before, but there's a few. And then I was watching the part on Alien yesterday when the ship leaves and lands on the planet. That's a great scene of the ship, shaking, and if you get a lot of action and a lot of sound, that's where it really kicks ass.
Nice
to be sitting there and doing that.
How far away is your seats for the first seats from the actual screen?
First seats from the screen. I don't know. What would you say, Danny? Probably 10 feet. I guess
That's a good guesstimate. Sure.
10 feet. That's watching the honeymoon. I was watching the honeymooners. That's him actually at the scene going, "Hello, Bill."
Really?
And he's putting the pen in. I took that. Hello, Bill.
Even the honeymooners got to look good on that screen.
Yeah, it's
in that theater of yours.
It's hysterical.
Wow.
It's a lot of fun. I can't wait to have.
Wow, you make a lot of money.
People over. No, I spend a lot of money. See, there's a big difference. Right. I spend a lot of money.
And I save a lot of money.
Yes.
Another difference.
I do neither.
Wow. All right. We got two.
So that's what I've been doing.
Very cool.
I'm helping out the economy. I'm buying things. See?
You got to buy things.
I'm buying things.
All right. We're going to go back in time a little bit. This might
Back to the Future. Cool. Which timeline?
No, this is going to be a little chuckle for everybody.
Oh.
Is for everybody, not just for the few. Anyone
reminds me of a simpler, nicer time.
With someone nice as you. Is for everybody.
I don't know what this is.
Singing VZ for everyone.
Oh, I was listening to the words.
That's the key.
It's all about.
If you're curious or confused, get information or a pamphlet at most pharmacies or a health clinic. If you need help, see a doctor.
VD is for everybody.
Wow, who knew?
From the 70s, yes.
Well, the 70s, they should have been concentrating on something else they didn't know about. That was percolating in the bathhouses.
Oh, boy, was it.
Discos.
It was bubbling.
Yeah, VD. That was nothing.
It was bubbling and decided to hit the streets.
Talking about the clap.
VD.
That's nothing. I almost remember that now.
Everybody.
Not the commercial, getting VD.
Yeah. In the bathhouse percolations?
Yes.
The brew was a bubbling.
Oh, yeah. I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
Do we have that Battleship commercial or no?
Yeah, they're working on that.
Battleship.
That was a good one.
You sunk my back. Or Connect 4. Where? Here, dummy.
Lydia.
Oh, hi, guys.
Hi, Lydia.
Oh.
Hello.
I dreamt about you 2 nights in a row while I was on vacation.
Wet dreams?
No, they weren't wet dreams, but they were very odd.
Were you driving when you had these dreams? That'd be a great story.
Yeah.
No?
What was your dream?
The first night, I dreamt that I was going on stage with a rock band, and Anthony was in the audience.
Hopefully it was Great White. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Actually, Black Flag.
Black Flag, all right.
Okay.
And wanted to make sure that I was making the right decision about my career and doing this. And I really appreciated his concern. And the second
Dream
night...
person. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I didn't hear.
Shut up.
Go ahead.
Keep talking.
Go ahead.
No, keep talking.
The second night, I dreamt that all three of you were over my condo where I was staying and wanted to come with us to Disney, which was really odd.
Your life sucks.
You have awful
You have the
dreams.
worst dreams ever. You could be anything in your dreams.
Yeah.
Why not have an all-out gangbang with us three? What is wrong with you? Your dreams are
Wasn't
awful.
on my mind. Sorry, guys. Wasn't on my mind.
Your dreams irritate me.
Oh,
I had a dream.
Why don't you live a little?
yeah, have fun in your dreams. You could do anything. You could fly, for God's sake.
Exactly.
I know you're a fuddy-duddy in your real life, but in your dreams, be a slut.
Maybe I'm so exciting in my real life that I need to be a fuddy-duddy in my dreams.
Yeah.
I had a dream about you. It's where you picked up your phone and the 2 was missing. And so you kept thinking about calling in, but you couldn't.
Well, you're on speed dial, Jimmy. Sorry.
We're still waiting to see a picture of you, Lydia.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to do that. You
Why?
can see me in person. Well, I don't trust you.
Well, just
Trust us with what?
how about just put a piece of steak over your face, just your body.
Well, she says she's better looking than her voice, so
Well, that ain't
Has to
saying
be.
we're a
much.
bit curious about this Lydia now.
Yeah, I would not mind you seeing me in person. But I don't want to be up online.
All right, Lydia, when
All
do you
right.
come in?
Yeah, come on in.
Pour it up a little.
Okay, I'll come in one day.
You're not.
Yeah. All right, Lydia.
She wants to get down on one
Take a
side.
picture from the neck down.
Yeah.
Do something like that.
Do
Yeah.
that.
Or invite a chimp over to rip your face off,
Yeah.
and then send a picture.
Yeah, ask them to take a photo of it or videotape it.
She actually said my face is pretty good, too, though.
Oh, really?
That's hard to believe with this voice that we all get to hear. This voice is horrific.
It's awful.
She's afraid of
Yeah, not made for radio.
fatlydia.com. That's what the cunning linguist is saying.
FatErock.com is going to take over the world. Wait till you start seeing those Fat E-Rock pictures everywhere.
Oh, my God. Is that Sally Struthers? Speaking of fat?
Oh, my God.
Ah, what happened to my little girl there? look at her. She's giant. She has been fat since the day the show was canceled.
Mm-hmm.
The day the show All in the Family was canceled, or they left the show earlier, as a matter of fact, she started doing those commercials for the starving little kids and blimped out and has never lost the weight.
She's done nothing besides All in the Family.
Yeah.
No.
Which
But
is-
she got fat.
Which is so weird, because all she had to do was give those kids her lunch. She would have been
Yes.
thinner, and the kids would have been
She'd
happier.
Fine. They could have fed off her like little bed bugs.
Yes, like-
just biting into her. She never lost it.
What a piggy.
All right,
Who is
Lydia.
that? She's like that other one. Who is that? Charlene Tilton?
Yeah.
What was that her name? From Dallas.
Oh, right. They're
And
the
she
same
was
person, it
always,
seems.
She was always like jammed into jeans, right on the upper end of looking hot.
Mm-hmm.
She was a fidget, but she had like really big cans and everything, and a nice figure.
Mm-hmm.
And then when that show ended, balloon.
She said, screw it.
She blimped up.
Lydia, why are you still on the phone?
I don't know. You didn't.
We're
hang
talking
up.
about old shows just to forget about you, and you're still sitting there hoping that we're going to get back to you.
She's getting more fuel for more dreams, more stupid dreams of advice.
Your dreams, what's wrong with you and your dreams? You therapists don't know how to live. Everything has to be calculated with you people.
Analyze yourselves too much where you can't have any fun.
Yeah, everything has to mean something, so that prevents you from really having fun in your own dreams. Be a slut. What do you want to do in your dreams for real, Lydia?
Dream slut.
Be a
in
dream
my
slut.
dreams where I'm slut, I have different starring leading men. I'm sorry, guys.
You what?
I have different leading men.
Oh, different
dream
leading.
where I'm
We
a
don't
slut.
care. I don't care who it is.
Okay.
All right, so we're too light colored for your dream. I understand.
I know you were obsessed with big black D's, but
Yeah.
All right, well, Lydia.
She won't have sex with anyone who speaks the King's English.
Sometimes getting stuff out of the callers is just a struggle.
It's an impossibility.
Lydia is a struggle.
She really is, huh?
She cannot be any type of analyst or anything.
No.
I'm not buying it.
Nah, she's perfect for that job. That's the
You think?
problem. Yes.
That's the type of...
Yes. They have to dissect everything, including their own lives.
She's always wrong, though.
I know.
Yeah. All right.
She says I'm a crazy, paranoid, Nazi, gun-loving lunatic. Shut in.
Yeah, that's crazy, right? You're not any of those things.
No.
Of course not.
Shut up. I'm not.
Of course. Who sent in this mall thing with the advertising. Do you know anything about this, Danny?
Yeah, well, they're starting to in some malls. There's only a few of them around the country, but they're starting to do these interactive advertising billboards that could actually like read your face and see if you're a man, a woman, what age you are, and then project the appropriate ad for you watching this billboard.
Really?
Fascinating, Captain.
Is it just naked men when Steve walks by?
Yeah, I would imagine it would be.
Hey, why did this keep doing this?
Yes. He goes to the mall in different disguises, but they get it right every time.
Every time. I don't understand it.
It always shows them the ad for Lane Bryant.
Yes, Lane Bryant clothing, and E-Rock walks past just big food ads, pizza.
Yeah, that would suck.
Tells them where the food court is.
Right. All right.
It talks, flashes colors, and must-shop sales across the screen, all in an attempt to catch your eye.
And they tend to look at the screen, and it's about 8 to 10 seconds.
But now in Chesterfield, the ads are looking right back at you. The Chesterfield Mall is one of 3 in the country testing out a new software from a company called True Media. It works by putting a small camera inside the digital ad.
It has facial recognition, so it takes the middle part of your face and kind of the bone structure, the eyes, nose, and mouth, that area.
And it analyzes it, giving advertisers valuable information about who's watching their ads. The cameras will be able to tell how many people walk by the ads, how many people stop to look, and to some degree, they may be able to determine the age, sex, and ethnicity of the shopper.
Come on.
Well, they're running quickly with something on their shoulder. Here, the odd thing is, this is what this technology is being used for, to help sell more tampons. It's like, are we that? I understand advertising is important, but do you have to be that specific with who sees your product?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you just put on that spot an ads, people are going to react to it.
You know what I mean? Oh, the man walking by, that's a woman, change it! Just panicking.
Right.
God almighty. We want to sell slinkies. Pantyhose, my God, quickly. Someone's walking, quickly.
That's how Madison Avenue thinks, too.
Out of their
exactly
minds.
Like that. I'm okay with the rotating ads. You see it change every 30 seconds, whatever, but you're right. Being a panicky Pete with every single person that walks by.
Could they just stop it?
Right. Ooh, it's a sports car.
Yeah.
Ooh, look, a nice sports car.
Ooh, I ran out of steam.
Oh
no, it's a comedian with nothing, and then all of a sudden you see a bomb on the screen.
I was just trying to set you up. Sports car, and then you go into like teenage girl mode, pimple cream or something,
Very quick, change it.
Right. I kind of like the bit you started, that's all. Here's part 2 of the story.
Steve walks by. It's the Opie and Anthony executive producer. All of a sudden, the tumbleweed blows across the screen. Yes.
Now, this track 2 here, keep in mind, because this technology was featured in a very prominent Tom Cruise movie, but hold your answers, folks. Wait for the guy who runs the company to tell you what Tom Cruise movie it's from.
Oh, wow. I can only imagine.
Jeez.
True Media has already developed technology to use that information to cater the ads to a specific shopper. But the ad company, AdSpace, says that's not the goal.
It's just not practical for us to tailor it to a given person looking at the screen because there are a lot of them, and we wouldn't really be able to decide who to tailor it to.
Still, some shoppers say the technology is too 1984. They don't want Big Brother knowing when and where they shop.
You shut up.
There is no Big Brother. Shut up.
Well, we've actually had people who talk about it being the movie Collateral with Tom Cruise. When he walked in the store and they addressed him by name. It's nowhere near that because what we are doing is anonymously.
This is only the beginning. Plan on seeing these ads pop up at malls across the country.
Just another person getting something wrong ridiculously.
Yeah, what did he mean?
Collateral is that terrible Jamie Foxx movie. He meant Minority Report.
Yeah,
Minority Report.
Everyone knows.
But no, it was in Collateral. Don't you remember when Jamie Foxx walked by that futuristic billboard?
Collateral. Collateral.
Collateral money.
Collateral damage.
But they're worried about wasting the eyes that might glance for a half a second.
You're not that important.
It's mind-bending.
That's what I just want to inform people of. A lot of these people that are like, well, I'm afraid of the Big Brother thing, and it's so... you're not that important. The government could give a crap about your stupid life. Me, on the other hand, Very, very important.
E-Rock walks by and all of a sudden the ad changes for Krill.
That stupid Krill joke.
Dorsal fin cleaners.
Krill. Yeah. Baleen toothpaste. It's an old whale joke. Oh, Baleen floss. That's very funny, Dusty. Okay.
It's so unnecessary.
It is.
It's a Jeep commercial, and a couple of girls walk by. Where's lipstick? Get the lipstick out immediately. They're gone. Forget it. You blew it. You're fired. God almighty.
What about when a soccer mom goes by, Jimmy? Well, we got the lipstick on there now. Let's
lipstick. It's an older woman minivan. Quick, pass it. Don't fit properly. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. You're fired.
All right, so now we got the minivan.
Yes.
The billboard is fired?
Yeah, no, the person operating the camera.
Yeah. And then you got the minivan. Now you got an old dude walking by.
Ah, quick! Something for undergarments that don't allow you to leak out of them. Quickly, the pants! The pants! Oh my God! Fix this technology. It's no good. He's gone.
I want to see chimp face woman walk by there and see what pops up.
Quickly! Shotguns with tow attachments. Quick! Cheese in a pizza oven. Oh wait, that's a person.
Ape repellent.
Do me a favor. Thank you.
Of course. I might. Okay. I got to ring more.
Oh, boy.
I just thought of something.
Ape.
All right. Yes.
Ape repellent.
Yes, I was going to go with simple letter word that started with W, though.
Ah, better.
No, that's okay. That's
better. Mine's 4. Mine's just 2 words.
Oh, Dusty got it.
Stump Brain, we got to go, but what's this funniest listener thing all about? The search for the funniest listener. Where are we at?
That's for Friday.
We have about 25 candidates who've submitted a minute of their material, and we're going to winnow it down to 10.
Okay.
You're going to what?
We're going to winnow it down.
What does that mean?
Wait, what?
Winnow.
Winnow?
Yes.
I thought you said whittle.
Whittle. I hear whittle it down.
What does winnow mean?
It's same thing. We're going to thin the herd, break it down to
all I'm seeing is winnow with question marks. No one
Can you look up winnow?
Please, Danny. Sorry, Stump Brain, if you could hold on for a minute for your ridicule.
Okay.
We will.
How smart do you have to be?
No one says winnow.
You don't need the word winnow in your vocabulary.
Is it there?
How would I go about spelling this word?
Yeah.
WINNOW.
what I would think.
O-W?
Yeah.
Hey, maybe I made up a word.
Oh, boy.
Winnow.
To free from the lighter particles
of chaff, dirt.
Yeah, so to get rid of, take the best out of the chaff.
Oh.
To winnow it down.
Many people are saying you should be thrown out a winnow.
Exactly. When you're on the air, the listeners lose-o.
Can you dumb it down a little bit for everybody, please?
Okay, we're going to select 10.
Thank you. That's what we want to hear.
Friday night, and you guys are going to judge. Voss is going to host, and he'll do a little comedy.
Yeah, we're all going to hang out at Comics this Friday night.
Yep, we're going to be on a boat called the SS Winnow. Hey, he sucks, little buddy.
212-524-2500 for Comics Comedy Club. Rich Voss hosting. We'll be judging, and our listeners will attempt to be funny.
Yeah, and someone's walking away with a 46-inch screen HD TV.
Ooh.
Winnowed down from a 56-inch.
That's right.
Winnowed.
That's all I want to say now is that word.
Too late to get your entries in?
I think we're closing the entries today because we have to
so you got
pick the 10.
one last shot at it. ONARadio.com for info. We're out of here. Guys, have a good day.
Yep, we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Continuing with the Opie and Anthony Show. I love that little thing we played right there. Enough with this winter.
Yeah, I've had it.
We're getting close, though, right?
Can't stand the cold. I hate it.
Oh, come on, be fresh.
Sorry, fair enough.
Continuing on.
Yes. The Opie and Anthony program.
Next time you're feeling down, feeling that no one really gets you, or you're just wanting to hear some encouraging words, well, there's a solution.
You can have what you want. You can do it. The finish line is closer than you think.
The Cheers to You CD is 8 tracks filled with encouragement and cheering applause. It's even been featured on The Ellen DeGeneres Show.
We're on your side. We're here for you. We believe in you.
We guarantee you'll be feeling better about yourself and your life, or we'll give you your money back. Call 1-877-5 now to order the Cheers to You CD, and you'll also receive 3 puzzle-shaped affirmative tokens. One says, I am courageous. Another, I am unstoppable. And the third, without me, the puzzle is incomplete. Together, all these items normally sell for $35, but right now you can get them for only $24.95. Call now, and don't forget.
Hooray for you!
All right, which Morning Zoo is playing that? That is like a Morning Zoo bit.
You'd think so.
But it's real, right?
This is a real CD that you could buy.
Are you kidding me? Really?
I like that.
You like that, Jimmy?
Yes, I need encouraging words. Sometimes there's no one home to cheer and say that the finish line is near.
It is so bad.
That is horrible.
It's not horrible. We all need encouragement once in a while, Anthony.
I think
Ted who?
does.
But Ted?
Yes.
Are you a motivational speaker?
I certainly am, Gregory.
Ted the motivational speaker?
Yes, I can motivate anyone to do anything at any time.
Really? All right.
Normally.
Bring in E-Rock.
Okie dokie.
E-Rock! We got Ted the motivational speaker. He wants to talk to you.
I certainly do.
Ted, here's this is going to be a big challenge for you. This is E-Rock.
What does he need to be motivated to do?
Anything?
I can help out. You can trim that fat neck.
Thank you, Ted.
Good.
You're welcome, Tank.
Tank Hanker.
Battle of the bombing characters. Where are you going? Okay, here's a challenge. Contribute something to the radio program.
Oh, damn. He just walked out.
He certainly did.
He didn't want anything to do with you, Ted, the motivational speaker.
Well, all right.
Shenanigans.
Yes.
You were born to be great, Ted.
I certainly was. I should go on my next tape. Because I screwed that one up.
Yes, you did.
I said mediocrity is yours for the taking. You might be able to do it.
But probably not.
Called Ted Sheckler's Realistic Whatever, I forgot. Sometimes Ted should. You can write a good joke. That's one for me.
Let's say out of Chris in Pennsylvania. We got Ted, the motivational speaker, in studio today. Chris, what do you got?
Hey, that sounds like a CD of Tender Sentiments.
I remember Tender Sentiments.
A box of Tender Sentiments.
Where is the box of Tender Sentiments?
You jiggle them.
Whatever happened to that thing?
I don't know.
Wow, we haven't talked about that in a couple
It just
years.
went to the wayside, didn't
Probably
it?
when they redid the studio, they just threw it out, going, they don't need this anymore.
I'd love to know who's buying this, though. Like, the commercial is great because it's one of those classic, cheesy infomercial-style commercials. And they show this guy, and he's listening to this CD with headphones on, and he's getting all pumped up about himself, listening
He's so
to it. Like,
excited about...
It's so ridiculous. Like, no one's sitting at home listening to this.
You think
getting all
I'm
pumped
looking
up.
around, and...
You think they got the Rocky theme song to really
Are
pump
these
you up?
people... Look, he's a lunatic.
Right.
He's being inspired to shoot up his school, is what he looks like.
Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Wow. By the way, we buying this immediately, I hope.
Well,
we
of course.
got it.
As a show,
Good
if we don't
cheer
buy Cheers
company.
to You.
Cheers to you. We got to hear what Cheers to you is all about.
The
good
puzzle
cheer.
is incomplete without me.
What?
Normally $35, only $24.95.
That's a steal.
That really is.
Look at this guy.
Yes. Yes, look, I could do it.
Look at that awful shirt.
When was this popular?
This is new. I just
Then why is
stumbled
the guy
across
wearing
this.
like one of my old sweaters?
That's what they do in these. I don't know
Yeah.
why infomercials have to look like they have all that look to them. I don't know why they do that.
One of the worst infomercials that are on now is for that make your PC run faster thing, you know?
Oh yeah,
And
finally fast. Right?
Yeah, yeah. And this the kid that's playing the video game is like, Mom, our internet connection is so slow, our computer is so slow, I can't play this game. And the game he's playing,
It's like Wolfenstein.
dude, it's
Wolfenstein.
it's something from an '80s arcade game.
It's like Tempest.
And it's and it's not working on his slow computer. And then it says for PC only, does not work on Mac. And every instance you see, someone's on a Mac saying that. They must have just had that around the office when they were filming it.
Is this the guy right
it's
here?
Clearly a Mac.
Yeah. It's like no, it's the angry little fucking snotty kid.
Let me try this again.
He starts crying. Yeah, hear it. Look at that
This
game.
game should be a lot faster. Mom, this internet connection is so slow. I love my computer.
Mom,
I don't know
he's
what
playing
happened.
some
it's just
game.
not as fast as it.
You see this guy downloading, and you see like a child's shoe and then a child's leg, and the guy's trying to jerk off. This is too slow.
He's very angry. He does look like a pedo, this guy.
Wait, so this is a newer
This is
commercial?
another. Oh yeah, this is.
Oh
this
yeah, dude, just came
is
out.
a couple months maybe.
And did you see the game?
Probably because they couldn't get the rights for any real games, so
Yeah.
that's why. But still, it
I'll
makes
try to
the
cue it.
commercial look
It's so
dated.
bad. It's almost like Space Invaders.
Yeah.
There.
Look at this game.
Oh my God, he's playing that?
Yes.
It looks like it literally looks worse than in the arcades. Everybody knows the game 1942.
Yes.
It was like the top-down airplane World War II battle. It's
Yeah.
worse than that arcade game.
You're a plane at the bottom of the screen, and then planes are coming at you from the top of the screen down. It's two-dimensional.
If this game is
yeah.
running slow on your computer, it's time to get a 486.
Yeah, upgrade to a 486.
You have an Etch-a-Sketch if this is running slow on it. What a piece of shit plane game
And
that
he
is.
yells, Mom!
Can we hear him again, please? That guy
Mom!
rules.
I'm trying to do this now!
What are they trying to sell in this commercial? Faster internet?
Probably acting lessons.
No, you know what it is? It's actually they want you to I think grant your computer access to their website, and then their website makes tweaks to your computer. So basically, you're paying for like just a simple registry edits and stuff that you could do it yourself at home if you just took the 10 minutes to research how to make your computer faster.
Some guy at some remote location can fuck with your computer and guarantee they put all kinds of spyware on there and other shit.
Probably.
But, yeah, who
I think
knows?
I have it queued up to where the kid goes, Ma.
Oh, yeah.
you wanna listen.
Set.
He rules.
This game should be a lot faster. Mom, this internet connection is so slow. I love.
And then they pan to an open closet door, and his mother's sitting there with her throat slit. And he's like yelling at the torso at her body. This internet connection is so slow. And her pantyhose are around her ankles with a plunger sticking out of her pussy. Angry playing Game Boy.
Holy shit.
The computer's not even plugged in. Just him with a fake Continental plane making Zoom sounds. Fucking asshole.
Something that's been bothering me lately, too, is like there's a new Stacker 2 commercial for 6-hour power. And it's a regular commercial for one of those, like, energy shot drinks or whatever. But the very, very end, they tag this commercial with this guy. He's obviously some kind of bodybuilding, like, super Guido-looking guy, right?
Yeah.
And he holds the shot, and he looks like he should be on Wall Street, and he's got, like, the shirt and the tie. And he holds it, and he goes, "Now I'm ready." And it's so terrible and awful, and it makes me laugh hysterically every time I watch it because nothing is that bad.
Is this product called Finally Fast?
Yeah, Finally Fast.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sonny Forelli, everyone. Sonny.
Hey.
Hey, Sonny.
You know that commercial, Finally Fast commercial, it's actually for Ascensive Software, and I got hooked into it. They actually have you do a scan on your computer, and then they want you to buy their software to fix the problems that they found. And, I don't know. I bought into it. I sucked into it. It kind of worked a little bit, but then they wanted me to buy 4 more other software programs for this, that, and the other crappy shit.
That's the whole thing with any infomercial. Whatever they're selling, they just want to get you on the phone, and then you realize if you buy one thing, you're obligated to at least be shipped other stuff that you will then have to ship back and pay shipping to them, this inflated shipping price, and that's how they get you. Like, there's that guy that goes, "Buy my product." You know, the guy that has the selling fucking how to work a computer, eBay for assholes, things like that.
Yeah, well,
he gets on there. What you do is they'll keep sending you shit, and you have to keep sending it back, and there's no way to fucking stop them from sending you the shit.
Well, the worst part about this is that when I downloaded that program, right, they downloaded a whole bunch of spyware on my computer, and I can't get the fucking shit off now.
Yeah, that's usually what these things are. Big fucking spyware
they want you
dump.
to buy their anti-spyware program to take it off.
It's a big spyware dump.
Yeah.
You deserve it, though.
Yeah.
For not doing the research yourself.
Yeah.
It would have taken you 15 minutes to figure out how to tweak your operating system.
Snuggie would have been fucking better on my computer.
If you go to, if you put in a lot of these products that are online or on TV for infomercials into Google, you will come up with so many fucking complaints about how they're run, how shitty their customer service is. And one of those is that CD guy. Buy my product. There are so many complaints for that fucking company because they'll send you, we'll send you free CDs. You just pay shipping. Mm-hmm. So they send you these free things, and they're like half the program. So then you have to get the other half by buying it. And then in order to send the shit back, you got to pay shipping, which is $7.95 a disc or something crazy like that.
They really get you.
And then they keep sending you discs.
Fucking scam.
And then you got to send them back at your expense.
The world is full with scammers.
It's the video professor.
Video professor.
I couldn't think of the guy's name. Yeah. Video professor.
Okay.
Do you remember the remember Columbia
Thanks,
House?
Oh, yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
I belonged to them with the DVDs, and I got so many weird ones. Wild West by Will Smith, which I didn't want.
Everyone signed up for that. Like, you send a penny, and you taped a penny onto a little card, and you mailed it, and got your choice of, 15 CDs.
I know someone that used their neighbor's address.
Oh.
And would make sure they, got there before that neighbor got home.
Know someone that
I
did
know
that.
someone
Is that someone, a blonde-haired man in this room?
No, I wouldn't do anything as illegal as that.
Something is illegal.
But I
think
know
the
of
statute's
somebody.
up on that.
Yes.
Tell you the truth.
It's pretty smart scam.
Yeah?
Because then this person never had to really buy the CDs ever.
Well, of course.
CDs, what are we talking about? Cassettes, albums?
It was cassettes and then 8-tracks.
Yeah, CDs.
Albums. And then the 8-track always cost a little more. The cassette cost a little more, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't that it? It's a big album. How
Let's
do you
go to...
ship those things? They used to come in a huge box. You get 15 albums for a penny. And this giant box would show up with albums.
Yeah, you know what? People would always complain about those Columbia House things because you'd have to send them back. But, if you just did what, the commitment was, it was actually
way ahead of the game.
Yeah,
It really wasn't a bad deal at all.
But this person only had a paper out, so, savings for savings. Rusleen.
Yes. If you can pause that Finally Fast commercial on the screen with the word pad, there's 4 storybook stories on there that are just so jacked up and twisted.
Really?
Yeah, if you can pause on there, it's like, what? I hope that no one's really reading this to their kids.
Really?
Oh, fascinating.
You know where she's talking?
Yeah, they talk about SARS and stuff like that. And the hunchback had a tumor and stuff like that.
Who knew?
All right, we're trying to find it. Yeah, we're trying to find it.
I want to play that plane game. That looks fun.
Doesn't that look like so much fun?
Yeah, you're flying and like colostomy bags are coming at you.
All right, thank you.
It's called the shit windshield. That's the name of the fucking game. Boy, I couldn't get shit windshield to work.
Dude, speaking of these infomercials, the paper, and it was like on page 2 today, they're having these Snuggies bar crawls. They're taking over the world.
The Snuggie is the fad of this
well, it's the takeoff on the
Christmas.
old toga party, but instead of having togas, it's people are wearing Snuggies and going out to bars in their Snuggies.
Looking like a douche.
It's not funny. They're going to get gunk all over their feet. You know what would be a great thing? Once someone, like the piece of someone's Snuggie gets caught in someone's car door and they're dragged to death because they can't get out of their Snuggie and their fucking skin is scraped off their genitals. There's like a pile of dickless meat in a Snuggie. Then no one will do Snuggie parties anymore.
Snuggie.
Or until a gang of Snuggie-wearing rapists attack a woman. They all had on Snuggies and they raped me. They shoved a real Afghan in my mouth so I couldn't yell help and ouch.
Stupid Snuggies and their dumb parties. How bad do you need to interact with humans?
Did anyone ever pay for the Columbia House things? Because it was one of those things that you just didn't. You never fulfilled your commitment. And a lot of times there was the thing of, well, I'm not even 18, so you got to be 18 to sign a contract. And they can't come after me.
I know a person.
And meanwhile, it's like they could totally come after your parents.
Yeah.
It's your parents' mailing address. Doesn't matter whose fucking name is on it.
Do you know? I know a guy that...
No, you used the neighbor's address. This person was brilliant with this idea.
I know a guy that got arrested and actually spent a night in jail for a Columbia House record scheme.
Shut the fuck up.
You're so full of shit.
I'm not.
And he's smiling ear to ear going, no, not.
This is named Ted.
No. Oh. You know somebody? Who was it?
Who was it?
I don't want to say. It's a secret.
Why is it a secret?
Who was
I want to
it?
know.
Yeah, we need to know.
I need to know.
Donna wants to know.
He got locked up.
Yeah, for the Columbia House thing.
But you don't
Why?
want to say his name?
Yeah, it was fraud or something.
Fraud?
Yeah.
I would think that would be a civil matter.
Yeah.
Not a criminal matter, but...
So here's what happens. Sometimes you think you may have something. And you realize as your second foot is like exiting the cliff that you don't. And so you fall.
You plummet to your death.
We got a big crowd out there, a bunch of studs, hot cocks.
Oh, yeah. That's all we got.
A bunch of hot meat. Is that sexy, ladies? If I'm talking and I say to a girl, go ahead, toot on my hot meat.
Don't think so.
That's right, while they're suckling my weenie. I'm the fucking toot on my hot meat.
Let's go to Richard in Texas. Yeah. Richard.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
Welcome aboard, Rich.
Hey, Richard.
You guys seen that, maybe a little late on the draw, but you guys seen that commercial with the dude that does a ShamWow, where he's got the new chopping tool?
Yeah, Bill Burr turned us on to the ShamWow guy. What a scam.
Vince. His name is Vince.
His name's Vince.
He's
yeah,
becoming quite a sensation.
Yeah.
During that infomercial, he's sitting there, and he's got some almonds or something like that in one of his little chopper tools, and he says, look at my nuts, as he puts them down on the table.
No, he says, you're going to love my nuts.
Yeah,
and, you're going to love my nuts. And he starts to chop up some nuts in his slap chopper, whatever that fucking thing is. And he tries to make it seem, look at him, slap chop. Makes it seem like it's something brand new.
Oh, wait, it's the ShamWow guy doing another product.
Yeah.
The slap chop, okay.
Because
gotcha.
it was such a sensation with the ShamWow that he's the new guy, like fucking Billy fucking Mays or whatever his name is.
Right, Billy Mays.
Yeah.
I kind of like the slap chop.
Yeah, but
you could almost do something with that.
To make an entire salad, you'd have to do that like 55 times to fill up a bowl.
I know. It's a shot glass.
If you want to slap chop your meals bites at a time, well, then this is perfect
that's
for
a
you.
good point, too. Look, he couldn't even put all the turkey.
No, he can't fit it all in. He's trying to. That thing is nothing.
He gets the
one
whole egg in
egg,
there. One egg. Oh, add in the pickle. That's crazy.
It's a gherkin pickle. It's like a baby dick. It's not a real pickle.
And look, you got a whole fucking shit salad there.
That's not even enough for a sandwich, though. Danny makes
and
a
here
very
he goes.
good point.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Oh boy.
He puts it at the bottom on, and he
How bad do
starts
you need to
chopping.
chop your nuts up?
You want to chop it to put it on some kind of fucking
ice cream or something?
You want to blow it in the face of a child who's allergic to peanuts?
This is the part where he starts telling you how expensive ice cream toppings are.
Oh, right. Yeah,
exactly.
So you make them yourself with a slap chop. I want to slap chop his balls. I want to put it
one at a time, of course.
Yeah.
Too small.
Right.
I want to put his fucking nut in there.
Of course, very easy to clean. That's very important.
It opens right up like a fucking
right.
Venus flytrap.
It's very easy to clean. You hand it to your wife. Here, bitch. Run this by the sink before I kick you.
Slap chop your tit.
Exactly. Fucking make chop suey out of those nipples.
The slap chop sucks.
It's awful.
No, it does not suck.
It does.
This is going to change your life.
Dude, he's chopping up half a potato.
I'd rather use a Nerf knife.
You will eat You will change your entire diet, according to Vince.
Yeah?
If you get a slap chop, you'll start eating stuff you've never eaten before in your life.
Really?
The slap chop will change you.
How about they make the slap chop a little bigger so you can get a meal in?
Because then it would be something else that's already been sold 1,000 times. How many times has the handy-dandy chopper been fucking sold on infomercials? Ron Popeil came out with, like, the first one. There's a Vegematic. A fucking Vegematic, and it was the same goddamn thing. Find a Vegematic. Vegematic!
I created something like this slap chop, except it was much bigger, and it weighed 80 pounds, and it would liquefy turkeys. Like you push your button, and it just mushes down with force, and it liquefies a turkey, bones and all, so you can make turkey soda.
Wow.
Yes.
That is something.
You make turkey pop, and then it would. There was a certain process. You'd put in some fizz, and you could have a nice warm glass of turkey soda.
A certain process to put in the fizz.
Yeah. I had the fizz installer.
Is this a fake Vegematic commercial?
That was
not the real Ron Popeil Vegematic, but it's the same goddamn product.
Vegematic, they show you hitting Terry Schiavo with something with a fucking abutment.
Let's say hi to Tony in Virginia. Tony.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just have a request. A long time ago, you did a show where you had guys call in with all their scams, dollar bill scams, fake shit like that,
Yeah, I got to tell you, who we need is Old Dirty. We haven't heard from him in a long time. Remember the day he educated us with these scams that were going on?
In the city, all the little crime scams.
Like the street scams.
Yeah.
He came up with ones none of us ever heard of.
Punch out, guys.
All right, thanks, bro. Maybe we could do a little of that. Pat in Florida. Pat.
Hello.
Hi, Pat.
Yeah, man. Even Fred Sanford had a dealing with the Vegematic, except he called it the Whopper Chopper on Sanford and Son.
The Whopper Chopper? I was never into Sanford Son. I got into Sanford Arms afterwards when they all left. And the cast left, and they turned the junkyard into a hotel.
For real?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a very short-lived show.
Who was in
called
it?
Sanford Arms. I think Grady kind of made an appearance.
There was no
here
Red
and there,
Fox,
but
right?
No, Red Fox. Damon Wilson was out, and it was like one of the neighbors.
How do you remember
came
that?
in, and it was the show called the Sanford Arms.
Wow,
and it was their hotel, and because that's what you want to do: turn a junkyard into a hotel. It was Watts, I believe. That's what their location was. So
remember when they made? They came back with the Cosbys as poor people.
What?
You guys remember that?
It was called, like, Believable.
It was after the Cosby Show ended. It was like I don't know, about 5 years might have went by, and then they brought back the Cosby and whatever her name was. No, her, the wife, and they now are playing just a poor couple.
Are you shitting me,
dude? Yeah, help me out with the name.
By the way, there's the Vegematic.
The show maybe was on for 2 seasons.
That's the fucking chopper. That's the slap chopper, only it's bigger.
Absolutely.
That's the best fucking thing ever. It looks like he's beating off his robot cock.
That was the Chop-O-Matic. Here goes Travis with probably the answer.
Travis?
Yeah, it was called Cosby. It was called Cosby.
Just called Cosby.
They figure they had such great chemistry. Let's flip it a little bit, and it'll be the same two people, but now they're poor.
Yeah, it was on for like 2 or 3 seasons.
They didn't. It had nothing to do with the original Cosby Show, but they had, Cosby and his wife there, his TV wife.
Did I?
It was her, huh?
I invented another food product, kind of like this thing.
Yeah.
It's for snow peas.
Yes.
And what it's true. It's a string and glue thing where you can take your snow peas and make a hat out of them.
Why would you want a hat made of snow peas?
Why wouldn't you?
So you can snack on chilly days.
Don't question his concepts.
It's just so that if you don't finish your snow peas, they don't go to waste. You keep warm with them.
Snow peas.
That's right. And I had this one thing. It was red dye, and it would take mashed potatoes and just mush them into a circle and dye them. And it was called the potato tomato. And you would do that, and then you could just roll your red mashed potatoes around the table and laugh.
Catch you, meet you later, mean the potato.
Potato tomato.
Let's go to John. John in Boston. John.
Morning, boys.
Hey, John.
I want to check out stuff in a blender. Google, will it blend? This guy is insane. He puts iPods, light bulbs, anything you could possibly imagine. I think he does a crowbar. Check it out.
Puts anything in a blender. And,
that's insane.
Yeah.
It's a guy. He works for some like industrial strength blend. Like why you need a blender that would.
Yeah,
would
blender,
take care
crowbar
of brand new electronics. I don't know why, but it's actually pretty cool.
Was there ever a TV product that was cool? You see it in the mall. What is it? Seen on TV.
As seen on TV. Just says shit. They might as well just put shit. Piece of shit.
Was there ever one of those that really took off and was cool to buy?
No.
Chia Pet.
Never.
There was a Chia Pet that was kind of cool.
Never.
No.
You silly goose.
Wait.
That was like a snow pea hat for a fucking...
Snow pea hat was fucking a great one. It was cool.
As heard on radio.
As heard in podcasts. Yes. As read about on dittos.
Let's go to Chicago. This guy bought one of those. Chicago, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
Hey, I bought one of those stupid round peel to set it and forget it things.
Yeah.
Set it and forget it.
Which one, though? Because there's like 85 different products.
Was it the
that use
roaster?
That same tagline.
Yeah, the rotisserie one. But what's kind of funny is when you get it, you open up the instructions, and it's like, thank you for buying the round peel, set it and forget it thing. And then it says, like, right underneath, please note that you cannot set and forget this. You must constantly watch this product to avoid fire.
You can't
But the
set
whole
it and
name
forget
is
it.
set it and forget it.
It's a complete fucking farce.
No, the funny thing is, it was set it and forget it, and it was an ad for like baby clothes in a crib. So you put the kid in the crib, you just walk away.
A little picture of a kid with Sid.
Set it and forget it. No, that rotisserie thing. Did it work?
Yeah, actually, it makes really good chicken.
Good for Ron Popeil.
All right.
The Pocket Fisherman. How about the Pocket Fisherman? That was a cool thing, wasn't it?
It's a fish hook in your pocket, and you catch cock helmet with it. And yell, ouch. Would you catch my balls again? I hate this one.
But if you caught a fish bigger than a guppy, that thing was useless.
Oh, I know. You can rip it out of your hand.
Let's go with Justin in Tampa. We're on to something here. A little phone interaction happening. Justin, what do you got?
How about the Floby?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Who used the Floby?
Yes.
Who tried the Floby?
I don't know anyone who ever knew anyone who owned or used the Floby.
Big Pete Rose had one.
Yeah. Right. There's sold to families that have been given some bad news.
Exactly. Families that have had sonograms they were hoping were just bad digital quality.
You get a half price if you also buy the tongue bee.
The Floby was also sold to families who had plastic over their sonogram photos in case the tears fell on it.
Jesus.
Too bad they didn't have a chromosome bee. They should have taken the Floby attachment off and just used the vacuum about 3 months in.
Oh, no. Oh, boy.
No. Yeah. Oh. I don't know anyone who used that. They made it look pretty pretty handy. The commercials.
Comes with photo cropping software.
Why would that be? That's an odd combination, isn't it?
Just in case there's a lovely photo with one embarrassing aspect that you want to put something like a dinosaur in front of her. You know, maybe a small van. Or anything else of similar intelligence.
Oh, God damn it. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's making me laugh. Oh, poor Pelt Dog people missing all this good stuff.
Can we hear it now?
Yeah, this stupid volume keeps going out. Sorry.
So, I think I was talking to you about this. The old people glasses, the HD wraparounds.
Yeah, the wraparounds. The HD wraparound glasses.
What's the HD wraparound glasses?
Well, because it's so inconvenient to put on sunglasses, apparently, if you have glasses. You know, you can't have the flip up. And then they have the ones that clip on the top of your glasses and flip up and down. But they showed some guy doing it. And, of course, the simplest of tasks are nearly impossible in infomercials. You can't do anything.
Right.
Is taking a piss the hardest thing ever? And you're pulling your dick out and piss is all going all over the place.
Face.
Get the piss, the pisserator. Where you put it around your dick and, you know, it goes right in the toilet.
What was the one where you're right, the simplest of tasks.
Oh.
And it was, what the fuck was it?
It's inhaling and exhaling all day long. Here's death.
What's the wraparound?
Well, they sell these glasses like you're going to put them on and you're going to, like, I don't know why they call them HD. It has nothing to do with anything.
Because HD is like, it must look better.
It's like HD radio. It's like, there's nothing
here,
different
dummy.
here.
Yeah, here, dummy.
They try to make it sound like you'll be seeing things that you've never seen before. If you put on these magic sunglasses.
And don't they go over your glasses?
Yes, they're terrible. They look like old people Terminator glasses.
It's like after you have cataract surgery, you have to wear these for a week.
I love the fact they show the couple laughing together, and then they take off their glasses and they realize that they'd rather fuck anything but each other.
And the way they fucking try to lie to you with putting the actual lens over the camera, like that's your eyes. They're showing glare all over a windshield, and then you put these on and the glare goes away.
You could watch solar eclipses with these glasses.
Just stare at the sun. Any welding that needs to be done, just pop these fuckers on.
They actually just showed David Patterson sinking a hole in one.
These glasses are good. They're wearing them at night. That seems a little dangerous, no? The blue blockers? They're not the blue blockers, all right? That was something different. Let's say hi to Dean in Maine. Dean.
You guys got to get a pet egg.
Pet egg. I have one of those.
I actually do, too.
They're fucking
disgusting.
I have one, too.
You get a lot of goodness collected when you scrape your foot with this. It's like it's a cheese grater for your heel. Oh, it rules.
I bought that. I thought it said something else.
Wait a minute. Oh, no, not the pet egg.
I thought it was a pedo egg.
Like something good hatched out of it?
Yeah, like you grow whatever you want. I'll take a Timothy, please.
That fucking that thing looks so disgusting. You scrape your feet
with a cheese
grater thing, and then the remnants of your dry foot scales ends up in this fucking bottom part, where then they showed someone like dumping it out.
Yeah.
So you just mix it into an omelet and make someone eat it.
Yeah, you put on the stuff you made in the Chop-O-Matic.
Yeah, put it in there if it fits. Look at her, yeah.
You put it in your oatmeal, man.
She's ripping her fucking stockings, pulling it over her fucking
the pet egg.
gnarly, nasty feet.
Kind of like the pet egg.
It doesn't hurt, though. It's actually good for your feet to do that. It really is.
It's disgusting.
I like to do that to someone's balls and tits. Same person on my dates.
Oh, come on.
Look at this. And look at the fucking nasty ass skin on it.
And you get that much goodness from using this thing. Oh yeah, I've dumped that much into the turlet.
Dude, you know it would be the sickest fucking thing to do ever.
To your ball bag?
No, you get the pet egg, you scrape.
Yeah.
and then go to a restaurant and put in the salt shaker.
No, go there.
Cheese,
the Romano cheese, the Parmesan cheese, whatever.
Parmesan cheese shaker at a pizza place. Oh, you're just shaking foot skin over your pizza, and you take a big bite and go, something doesn't taste right. It tastes like feet. Yeah, God, that's sick.
Oh, my God.
We don't recommend you try this at home.
Yeah, whatever.
The Opie and Anthony do not condone what Opie and Anthony just said.
Whatever. Bristol, Louisiana. I've had Miracle Blade knives for 7 years. Best knives I've ever bought.
What about the Ginsu?
I use Mr. Mike. Oh, boy. Let's talk to Chris in Maine.
Mr. Microphone.
Hey, Chris.
One of the best infomercials ever, by the way, because the guy had the radio tuned in the car, and he had his Mr. Microphone, and he went, "Hey, baby, what's shaking?" or something. You got to find that one. And he blasted it, and she actually, thought it was cool.
Fucked him.
Yeah, probably fucked him. He shoved the Mr. Microphone up her pussy.
Wait, how did that work, Mr. Microphone?
And then he uses his dick in the fart box.
You tuned in a radio to the frequency of the Mr. Microphone.
Right.
And what you could then do is talk, and your voice comes out of the radio.
Yeah.
Oh, if we get fired again.
Yeah.
Yes, that's.
It's like a tiny FM modulator.
Yes. Can we get sound? And look at the black guy doing the 70s. Black guy.
Broadcast over any FM car radio. Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
Yeah, hey.
Broadcasted mono or
Push it into the fucking.
Professional entertainers use Mr. Microphone for rehearsal.
No, they don't.
No one. Who is this cunt?
You can too. It's practical and great fun for the whole family. It makes the perfect Christmas gift, and it's only $14.88.
Manufacturer's suggested retail price.
$188.
That is really old. Batteries not included.
What a terrible gift.
Hey, good looking. Be back to pick you up later.
Yeah.
And he's yelling through his Mr. Microphone. Oh,
Jesus Christ! What the?
Wow.
You know how YouTube shows you related videos?
Holy shit! What is the top one?
I don't know.
There's a young boy and young girl sitting in the picture, the still picture, and then it just says, "I want to fuck you in the ass." That's the title.
That was made.
Oh, Uncle Paul, you can't be posting.
But it has 5 stars. You better click on it.
You can't post.
We have no
Uncle
idea
Paul.
what we're clicking on. Let's make it. All right, you got.
There it is. Grandma and Grandpa getting into the car with
putting their seatbelts on.
Kids in the back seat.
Oh no, where's this going?
Oh, this is now on the radio. And the old people are digging the "I Want to Fuck You in the Ass" song.
So are the kids,
in the back seat. And then it's a want to learn English. It's a language training.
That's fucking hilarious.
From
That's
another country.
Fucking commercial.
What the
hell has to be. Wow. All right.
Dude, wait a second. This chain keeps getting stranger.
All right, where do we go now?
Well, because we went from the "fuck you in the ass" video
Yeah.
to now it says "dog" with an exclamation point, and it's a woman laying on the bed with a dog.
Oh, with dogs.
So where are we going?
Do we click on that?
We want to see.
Or should we click
There's
on...
a lot of "I want to fuck you in the ass."
Yeah.
There's "I want to fuck a dog."
All right. Let's acknowledge Foreman Grill, biggest infomercial ever. We know that. Thank you, Big Joe.
But that's actually a good one.
Let's go to Pat in Florida. Hi, Pat.
Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Hey, how about that rocket reel?
The fuck was the rocket reel?
Yeah, it was a fishing pole that you would press a button in, and it was supposed to shoot it 20 feet out in the water.
Oh, so you didn't have to cast?
Right. Right.
Biggest piece of shit.
Of course it was. Why not just fucking cast out your line?
All right, we got to interrupt this. We're going to go back to this because this is too good today. Infomercials and all the crap we bought as seen on TV.
Yes.
But, Anthony, are you very excited to talk to Bob Gale?
Of course. I want Travis in here, too, on mic, because Travis is a giant fan.
Have fun, guys.
Hey.
Have fun.
You've got to get back.
I don't need to be here for this.
Bob Gale. What?
Who is Bob Gale, by the way?
Who is Bob Gale? Co-wrote Back to the Future, a little film you might have heard of with Robert Zemeckis, and wrote Back to the Future 2 and 3. He also co-produced on all 3 films. I want to actually know exactly what his input was.
He also wrote, please, more importantly, Used Cars.
Did he really?
One of the funniest films ever. Yeah.
Yes, Jimmy is constantly talking about used cars. It's very funny. And I Want to Hold Your Hand. Wasn't that that Beatles movie with Spielberg made? I'm not sure. We'll have to ask him. He's on the phone. Why don't we talk to him?
Hey, Bob, welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Hey, thanks, guys.
You got 3 or 4 guys here that are obsessed with the Back to the Future series.
Great.
Hi,
No
Bob.
joke.
My house.
There's an obsession that is a little creepy.
Bob, what? I got to ask you first. What the hell is it about Back to the Future that this many years later, people still are buying it on DVD, find it fascinating, entertaining?
I think that the core idea of it is just something that strikes everybody. I mean, what's amazing to me is how all these kids today, little kids, I mean, my daughter wasn't born when the movie was made. She and all of her friends in college, they've seen.
Neither was my girlfriend.
You know, it's just a universal thing that everybody comes to the realization, oh, my God, at one time, my parents were children. They were kids same age as me.
Right.
And that's just a fascinating idea. And, you know, nobody really explored that idea to the degree that we did before our movie.
Did you come up with the actual idea of this guy going back in time?
Yeah.
And it kind of screwing up?
Well, the way it started, Zemeckis and I had always talked about trying to figure out how to do a time travel movie because we both had our minds warped watching the Twilight Zone and the George Powell Time Machine movie, but we never were able to figure out the hook. And then I was actually back visiting my parents in St. Louis on a promotional trip for used cars, and digging through my basement, I found my father's high school yearbook, and I was thumbing through it, and there was my father. And he was the president of his graduating class. And I started thinking about the president of my graduating class, who was, you know, one of these kind of rah-rah asshole guys. And I'm thinking, my God, if I had gone to high school with my dad, would I have been friends with him or would I have had nothing to do with him? So that was the germ of the idea, to make a time travel story that was a little different than anything else. What if you could go to high school with your parents? So when I got back to California, I started talking to Zemeckis about this, and he got excited about it. And he said, yeah, what if it turned out that your mom was a slut?
That's what Robert Zemeckis.
And then the snowball got rolling, and we pitched it over at Columbia because they really liked used cars, even though the movie hadn't done much at the box office. They said, we want to do your next movie. And we set it up there. And in true Hollywood fashion, after we wrote 2 drafts of the script, they said, well, no, we don't want to make it. And it took us almost 4 years after that to finally get the movie into production.
4 years. Bob, is it true that Disney wouldn't take the movie because it was the subject matter was a little too risque for even Disney?
Yeah, actually, that's absolutely true. We shopped the movie around, and at the time, the early '80s, raunch comedy was the big thing. They wanted, Stripes stuff that was more gross. And they kept saying, well, it's a really nice script. It's really sweet. It's got this family thing going on. You guys ought to take this to Disney. And we kept hearing this over and over again. And finally, we'd been rejected by every studio. And we said, well, what the hell? Let's go take it to Disney, see what they say. So we have a meeting over there, and this was way before Disney got itself revamped. And so this was the old Disney management that was making such great movies as Tron and The Black Hole. So we go in there, and the guy said, are you guys nuts? We can't make this movie here. This scene with the kid and his mother in the car.
And there's an attempted rape.
What are you thinking?
Yeah, that we always do talk a lot about the content of it, and the fact that it is a comedy. It's considered by a lot of people on the outside as a very innocent movie, but some of the scenes in there and some of the language you could not put in a movie today that is marketed to the same people it was marketed to back when this came out.
Well,
PG-13 didn't exist back then, so we have a PG rating. And yeah, we have shits and goddams and that sort of stuff, which, we just, it was in there because that's the way kids talk. They talked that way then, and they still talk that way, if worse, probably.
But I mean, like, I could remember being a kid, and like they would show Back to the Future for, like we'd have like movie day or whatever it was, like in the auditorium, and I remember being uncomfortable as a kid, like watching, Biff try to, get it on with Lorraine in the car, and I'm like, I don't think this is. I'm in third grade. I'm not supposed to be watching this. Like, this is a little inappropriate for me.
This is dirty.
And obviously, it totally destroyed your all your thought processes, didn't it?
It is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's just so strange how you would never even I don't think that kind of like if that movie was re-released in the theater now, it would probably get an R rating.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't think it'd get an R rating, but it would certainly get a PG-13.
They'd have one of those disclaimers for mild language and strong sexual content.
And almost a rape. And by the way, I always wondered why George would have Biff come over and be his car wax guy when he tried to rape his wife.
Well, it just shows what a decent, forgiving guy George was.
There you go. I was wondering about
Something came for you, Mr. McFly. I think it's your new book. Remember when I tried to rape your girlfriend?
And not to mention the incest.
Yeah, the whole incestuous angle. They are kissing. They are mother and son, even though they're the same age at the time. Any flack from that as far as when you went before the ratings board?
No, none at all.
No, they were fine with it, huh?
He was the only one that really got upset with it, but we dealt with it with a comedic touch, so that you just knew this was not serious, and it was just never going to really. Nothing was going to actually really happen in there. And that was actually when we were writing the script. It was one of the things that we kept saying, "Well, how are we going to get out of this? How are we going to get out of this?" And we came up with the idea, well, okay, it's like kissing my brother. Lorraine has that line.
Right.
And we said, well, okay, we can do that because this situation has never actually ever happened before.
Yeah,
Who knows what it'd be like?
It might seem like that.
I know you probably get asked this a lot, but I mean, I'm sure all the hardcore fans know out there that Back to the Future originally was cast with Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly.
That's correct.
And everybody wants to know when this footage, because it's nowhere. It's one of the only things that you just cannot find. I mean, most.
Look, we did not destroy the footage. The footage exists, and we thought back in 2002 when the movie first came out on DVD. Zemeckis and I had a long conversation about whether or not we should put any of this stuff on there, and we decided not to because. At this time, because Eric's still a working actor, he didn't do anything wrong. It was our mistake. We miscast it. But
what was the mistake? Like, what did you see in him that made you say, like, "Ooh, boy, this ain't the right guy"?
Was it the Rocky Dennis makeup and mask, and he was just running around like it was called, retard going Back to the Future, and he's still stupid?
Jesus Christ, Jimmy!
Yeah, that would have been what we would do in Back to the Future too, when Biff messed everything.
Yeah, that's a different timeline.
Eric was a good actor, and the head of the studio was just so extremely bullish on him because he loved the movie Mask. That, I mean, he really was kind of an overbearing guy, and it was. He said to us in a moment of bravura, he just said, "I'm so convinced that Eric Stoltz will be great in this movie that if he's not, you guys recast it and start all over." Now, he never expected we would take him up on that because he thought Eric Stoltz would just be great, and he wasn't. So when after 5 weeks, Bob had put enough footage together where he realized that it wasn't working the way it was supposed to work, and he had Neil Canton, my co-producer, and I look at the footage because I never would look at cut footage until there was an entire cut of the movie, so I knew there was a problem. Bob was asking me to come in the cutting room.
Oh boy, yeah.
Or in the screening room, and then we all said, "Oh shit!" And, we had Spielberg and Kathy Kennedy, Frank Marshall, our executive producers, look at it, and they said, "Oh shit!" And we decided, and Stephen, in his infinite wisdom, said, "Look, you can't go tell Scheinberg that you've made a mistake here without having a way to solve the mistake."
But I mean, was he acting clowny, or was he not acting clowny enough?
Eric he's sort of the method school of acting.
So he went into the future to prepare for his role.
Well, he had to wear the wardrobe home. He just didn't have the sense of comedy that the character needed.
Right.
To
now, I mean, I know it's been asked 1,000 times, but I mean, will that footage ever come out and be available to the public? Maybe on a future Blu-ray release?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we'll. I don't know. It'll be later rather than sooner, because I say we don't want the footage to embarrass Eric.
That good, huh?
Well, it's just, people are going to talk.
Yeah.
Of when anybody says, some people say, "Well, it wasn't that bad," and some people, "Oh my God, how stupid were those idiots for putting that kind of movie?" But I say anything that's going to make somebody else look bad
is hysterical.
When we're all in our 60s or 70s, then maybe we'll say, "Okay, yeah, now it's so far."
Just put it on YouTube already. Just throw it up there. You guys kind of got stuck in a little bit of a problem with the end of Back to the Future 1. Everybody knows the whole thing with Marty. It's your Almost kids. Everybody.
And you had to resolve that. Had you wished you known beforehand that you would have had a sequel and didn't end it that way?
Well, the thing is, if we knew we were going to do a sequel, we would have never had Jennifer get in the car.
Right.
Because that was the big problem.
Right.
What are we going to do with Jennifer? I mean,
It should have just stopped where he went like, "Hey, let's drop this bitch off, Marty," and then they just land back, drop her off at the house, and take off again.
Or maybe after they take. What we did, we had her be unconscious for the whole sequel.
Yeah, she was completely unconscious for the whole movie.
Did you think it was really weird though, like having Jack Warden play two roles?
Hey, you're talking about used cars now, Jimmy. We're talking about Back to
the movie, actually.
What's that?
Used cars. The reason that we got Jack Warden, when we wrote the script, we didn't think of those brothers as being played by the same actor. And actually, at one point, Kevin Conway was gonna play Roy Fuchs, and then he decided not to. So we went after Jack Warden, and Warden passed on it. And then I forget who it was that said, there's three things that an actor likes to do. They like to act drunk, they like to play dead, and they like to play more than one role in the same movie. And in used cars, if you make the two brothers be played by the same guy, he'll get to play dead and play two parts.
And it's interesting that you use that same tactic in the Back to the Future series when Michael J. Fox is playing obviously most of his immediate family.
Yes.
Well, look, that was just a slam dunk obvious thing to do. You got to do that.
I did have a little bit of an issue with 3, though, it being that his forefathers and mother looked the same. Now, that would be a coincidence because their children would have had to been married off to another family. So why would his wife look just like...
No, okay, there's an answer to that one.
All right.
Because we thought about that. I mean, the practical answer was Leah Thompson, one of the greatest people in the world to work with, and Bob and I said, we can't make another Back to the Future movie without putting Leah in it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was number one. We just liked working with her. She's just a pleasure to work with. And then we said, okay, well, it's always said that men are attracted to women that remind them of their mothers.
Wow. Throughout the generations.
Yes.
There you go.
All right, well, whatever works.
So you're basically saying that she was available and Frank McRae couldn't do it because he was doing a project after Used Cars. Now, Frank McRae,
the interview,
one of the funniest guys ever. Frank, big black guy in 48 Hours. He was the Eddie Murphy's boss, the cop.
Yeah.
And that's whatever happened to Frank McRae. Do you know?
Boy, I've lost touch with Frank. I don't know what happened to Frank. I used to talk to him, fairly regularly, but I don't know, about 10 or 15 years ago, I kind of, I have no idea.
He's showing a little old guy the car, He's like, it's all big and comfy and roomy, and you got to look in. The guy's like, I don't want to look inside. He's like, oh, just look inside. The guy's like, I don't want to look inside. So he grabs the little old man and just shoves him in the car. Oh, get in the motherfucking car. It's fucking hilarious. But just get in the motherfucking car. Because he's a mechanic. He's not a car salesman. Oh, just get in the motherfucking car.
That was funny.
The greatest thing that Frank ad-libbed in Back to the Future, because that thing was scripted, because it was a payoff. The setup to the gag was Kurt Russell saying, no matter what you do, make sure you get the customer in the car.
Yeah.
Nothing sells the car better than the car itself. Get the customer in the car. So Frank was going to get this guy in the car. But
speaking of cars, how did you decide on the DeLorean for Back to the Future as the time vehicle?
Very good, Danny.
That was just, oh man, Zemeckis came up with that. He said, what if we use a DeLorean? The original, if you guys are total Back to the Future, you know,
yes. It was a refrigerator. Hello,
it was a time chamber that was like an old refrigerator.
That's just silly.
And then, yeah, it was. It had to be carted around on the back of a truck.
Yeah, and didn't the original script call for the refrigerator time device to be kind of dragged by a nuclear test facility, and that's what the reaction was to initiate time travel? That's crazy.
Well, Spielberg ripped it off in Indiana Jones 4.
Oh, right, yeah.
That whole thing at the beginning where Harrison Ford is running around in the fake town. I mean, that was all in the script of Back to the Future.
And he goes in the refrigerator and lives through a nuclear explosion by being in a refrigerator.
Yeah, Spielberg ripped us off.
Oh,
motherfucker!
Damn him.
So basically, like, because the weird things that translate, like we're all Laverne and Shirley fans, and when you decided to put Lenny and Squiggy in used cars as the cameramen. How great! My favorite line is probably when they're filming the hijacked commercial, and is that woman, by the way, whose shirt gets ripped off and her tits pop out. Is that Betty Thomas from Hill Street Blues?
No. The girl in the commercial was Cheryl Rixon. She was the Penthouse Pen of the Year.
Oh, okay.
But Betty Thomas is one of the girls. There's the strip promotion where 6 girls are taking off their clothes on top of the cars. And one of them is Betty Thomas.
Oh, that's okay. I'm mixing up the scenes. But one of my favorite things is when that girl is getting her shirt ripped off, like the hood pops up, and her shirt gets ripped off, and they're on live TV. And he goes, and like, I think it's Squeaky goes, oh, Jesus, she's caught on the hood ornament. And he goes, oh, don't you hate women? That's
No. He says, all those years of film school paid off.
And when does he say, oh, don't you hate women?
He doesn't say that.
What are you talking about, Jimmy?
Please don't tell me he doesn't say that.
You're ruining everything.
Oh, Jimmy.
I want to talk about a young actor called Crispin Glover.
I think you're wrong, though, Bob.
What happened now?
They're putting that Letterman stuff back on after Joaquin Phoenix's.
Yeah, I know his weird appearance on that show.
Oh, man.
But he didn't want to do the second one, I guess, huh?
No. Crispin. There's some actors that think that popcorn movies are just. They're just awful things, and they're true artistes,
Mm-hmm.
And Crispin was in that mode, and I don't even remember him whether he even saw the movie.
Really?
Finally finished. He certainly didn't show up at the cast and crew screening.
And he actually he sued, didn't he? The production company or the movie company?
Yeah, he sued. We offered him before we even wrote the sequel. Bob and I said, okay, look, before we can even agree to a sequel, we need to know that we got Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd to come back.
Mm-hmm.
So we called those guys up and we said, if we do a sequel, will you guys be in? I said, absolutely. You guys are doing it? We're in. So we made the deals with those guys first. Then Bob and I said, okay, well, let's see how many other members of the cast will want to come back for another one. So Leah Thompson said, I'm in, and Tom Wilson played Biff, said, I'm in, and Crispin said, well, and his agent called and said, well, Crispin wants Michael J. Fox's deal, which was $2 million, and he wants script approval. And I said to the agent, look, I said, come on, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. That's crazy. He's, Michael J. Fox on the #1 television show in America. Of course he's going to get $2 million for this.
How much were they offering Crispin Glover? How much less?
Oh, the final offer that we made to Crispin. First of all, Crispin wouldn't even budge off of that. So we said, okay, well, shit. I said to the agent, I want you to tell your client 2 words. Richard Castellano. You know who Richard Castellano is?
No.
Oh, come on, guys.
Exactly.
Like Clemenza in The Godfather.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay?
Right.
So he was a stickler about wanting too much money for Godfather Part 2. So Francis killed him, right?
Yep.
Clemenza's dead. He's a black armband in The Godfather 2. So I said to the agent, look, we can always have Crispin be dead in the future. There's no, George McFly could be dead. Tell your client that if you don't want to, if you guys don't want to, and the agent knew that this was insane, what Crispin was asking for, but 2 weeks later, the agent called me back, and she said, no, sorry, he won't budge. I said, okay. And so Bob and I said, okay, we've got Leah, we got Biff, we got Lorraine, we don't have George, so let's make George into a tombstone. So the whole idea of the alternate 1985 where Lorraine had married Biff came about because Crispin didn't want to be in the movie.
Wow, damn. Yeah, well,
about 2 months
it worked.
About 2 months before the movie was going to start shooting, Crispin's agent called and said, well, Crispin thinks maybe he made a mistake.
Oops.
I said, okay, well, we're happy to put him in the movie, but it's not going to be a very big role. And the whole idea, by the way, of having, in the future, you see George McFly floating around upside down and because he threw out his back. Well, we thought to ourselves, okay, if we have, we didn't want to really have George dead in the more positive future because that would be kind of sad. So let's put the guy upside down. So if we have to recast him, it'll be hard to recognize whether it's really him or not.
His hair's in front of his face.
Down. And if Crispin really does it, then we can hang him upside down.
It's like the dentist from Ed Wood. He's like,
yeah, just put your cape
from
over
the
your
eyebrows
face.
up, he looks just like him.
I think, by the way, that you're wrong about that line, Bob. I hate to correct the guy that wrote it, but I do think that he says, "Oh Jesus, she's caught on the hood ornament. Oh, don't you hate women?"
Oh yeah, okay, you're right. It was
oh, there you go.
There you go. I haven't seen it in a while.
Okay.
I stand corrected.
Why would you know?
Don't argue with the geeks. I know.
Has there ever been? Have you ever been approached to remake Back to the Future because so much?
Are you asking me or him?
No, not you, Jimmy. Because so much stuff is being remade now from the '80s. Has anybody ever brought that up to you, Hollywood?
No. And you know what? Because I think that we've said so many times. Look, Indiana Jones Part 4 is a perfect reason why we don't go back to that.
Not even like a Back to the Future 4, just like remaking it with different cast.
Well, all that we can do if we did that is fail.
I agree. I was just wondering if it's ever been presented.
So, nobody's said, well, we're going to remake this with you guys or without. Well, then we'd say, you're crazy, but go ahead. All anybody's going to say is, boy, they fucked it up. The Americans were really geniuses, and they fucked it up by remaking this.
If you were to do a remake of Back to the Future, would you give Marty more than 10 minutes to save Doc's life at the end when he's getting shot up by Libyan terrorists? I always thought that was it was a strange judgment call on Marty's part, thinking that 10 minutes would be perfect to go and save unarmed Marty McFly, by the way, was going to take care of 3 Libyan terrorists. One has a fucking RPG. Rocket launcher. But Marty decides 10 minutes is perfect.
Yeah.
I'm going to take care of this in 10 minutes. Why not more time for Marty?
Well, you guys remember what it was like when you were in high school? I mean, he's a 17-year-old kid.
He's stupid.
I can take out some terrorists.
He's just stupid.
I have a Back to the Future question, a legitimate one.
Okay, right. Jimmy's got one.
Yes. Would you, when putting Michael J. Fox in the back of a convertible, teach him to hide better?
That is funny. He's just yapping on that walkie-talkie. But Biff is such an idiot that, he might not notice that. He's very self-centered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you change the name of it so the porno couldn't be called Black to the Future, which it was?
Well, there was a porno made called Backsides to the Future.
I like that too.
Yeah.
What do you think about all these T-shirt companies that are trying to cash in on like the '80s nostalgia, and they're putting out Back to the Future T-shirts, and I'm sure
Danny wears them all the time.
I am guilty. I'm guilty. Travis is guilty. We're all guilty.
Well,
But
if it's licensed material, I'm all for it.
yeah, but what if maybe it's not though?
Well, you know what? That's up to the legal department of Universal to go after that.
Hey, speaking of Universal,
we'll do that.
were you attached to any of those sets that caught fire on the Back to the Future set? I know that was big news, and it was a terrible, terrible loss for all of us here.
Well, look, I was asked that at the time. Aren't you upset about this? And I said, well, come on, it's a set. Sets are not built to be permanent. They're built to be taken down, and they've rebuilt it. It's all pretty much the way it was. What I was more worried about was the film vaults, where they had all these masters and stuff. That's the stuff that would be hard to replace.
Well, studios are all burning down all the time.
Well, I know for a long time they stored the film vaults. Were made of straw. Have they stopped doing that?
Yeah, I think that they moved it into the second little pig's house.
Are there any plans to put the animated series on DVD?
Boy, if there are, I don't know about it. People keep writing into Universal, asking them to do it. I frequently will call them up and say, hey, people are clamoring for this, but no, you just have to get the bootlegs.
I got a question. What are you having for breakfast?
A cup of coffee and a bowl of blackberries.
Ah, very good.
I just want to know, I know that the disc that just came out has the a video from the ride. When that first came out, what did you think of it? Because I was amazed at the Back to the Future ride.
It was look, for me, I never got to experience Back to the Future, the movie, the way everybody else did, just walking into it saying, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I got to go do the ride, and I said, holy shit, this is, wow. I was, sometimes during our lunch breaks, when we had an office at Universal, my secretary and I would say, hey, let's go ride the ride.
Oh, you and the secretary. Yeah, let's go ride the ride. And then we'll go to the Back to the Future ride. And people are wondering, I'm reading a couple of things up here. Future Biff, when he goes in there, he looks a little out of sorts when he gets out and breaks his cane. Is that because he is indeed disappearing because he has changed his own future?
Yes, if whoever wrote that in, if you get your hands on the DVD, and goddamn it, go out and buy it today.
I got it, my friend.
In the deleted scenes, I'm pretty sure we had the extension on that. We actually had him erased from existence, and we previewed the movie with that in it, and the audience just didn't understand it. Half
dumb audience.
Understood it, and half of them didn't. And we said, well, all right, let's just
give him a stomach ache as he's getting out of a car. That'll clear it up for everyone.
Give him a stomach ache.
So, Bob, Back to the Future 4, go.
Back to the Future 4, yeah. Get out of here.
What would it be? And let me ask you the question and see if you can come up with the accurate answer. In what time period is there the most DeLoreans in one spot?
In the movie?
Yeah, in the whole series. During which time is there the most DeLoreans in one actual area?
Are you talking about movie reality or when we were actually shooting the movie?
Oh, I'm talking about movie reality. Screw the shooting of the movie and how many of those cars you went through. Who cares? I'm talking about what it was, how many DeLoreans occupied.
Thinking about it, I don't think that there were ever more than two in the same.
Wrong! Mr. Ryder guy, wrong!
One at the mall, given the reality of Back to the Future 3, you had the two DeLoreans at the mall, and you had the one stashed in the cave.
Two in the mall, one in the cave.
It's like one in the stink, two in the pink.
No, it's not like that at all.
It's a shocker.
Danny, please explain.
I don't have my notes fully. Give me one moment.
It's easy.
Okay, go.
There's one from the Old West that is just sitting,
waiting in the cave.
Waiting in the cave.
Right.
There's that one. So that's there the whole time up until 1985.
Okay, then there's
right.
Then there's
anyway.
okay. Then there's the wait. Then
what? That's till 1955.
Oh, until 1955. Right.
So, yep.
Okay, so in 1955, there's one in the cave.
One in the cave.
There's the one that Marty originally takes back in 1.
Right.
Then there's
the one from 2.
The one from 2.
Where there's 2 Martys in 1955.
Right.
So okay, so that's 3.
3. And now the fourth one is in 1955. Isn't that when old Biff goes back?
Oh yeah, to give young Biff
Biff the almanac.
So that's
4. You still awake?
I'm here, but you guys aren't figuring on the ripple effect here.
Oh,
the alternate timeline.
Yeah. The veered off timeline.
Because every time you change it, it makes a different timeline.
Absolutely. Isn't that? Do you find that kind of funny that you that your story is kind of quoted in science as, well, that's the Back to the Future style of time travel.
I love it.
And then there's
I just love it. Yeah.
You invented your own physics.
Yeah,
in a way.
The branching, as opposed to on Lost, if you watch that these days, you see there is more of a linear time travel where you can only go backwards and forwards and really not change anything. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it before us, it was the Ray Bradbury version because Bradbury did. You know, he changed stuff in that story called The Sound of Thunder, where the hunting expeditions would go back to prehistoric times to kill dinosaurs.
Oh, right, yeah.
Remember that one?
Yes, and then
stepped on a butterfly.
Someone steps on one thing and screws everything up.
Yeah, which is why the butterfly effect, why they call the butterfly effect in that Ashton Kutcher movie.
And, boy, Doc Brown, for somebody that didn't want to interfere with anything in the future, he was one of the biggest...
the worst offenders.
The worst offenders ever. It's like Kirk with the Prime Directive. He'd always quote it, but then he'd just, have sex with women on other planets. But he was the biggest offender.
Well, yes, but we established that at the end of the first Back to the Future, where... he pulls out the letter taped up, and he says, I figured.
What the hell?
Yeah, but figuring what the hell is a little different than building a time machine into a steam engine train and then showing up in the middle of the fucking day. With, and then the train, not only is that weird enough that a train just appears out of nowhere and this old man from the 1800s pops out, but then the thing lifts up off the tracks and flies away in the middle of the day. I mean, that might raise a few eyebrows, don't you think?
Well, that's why we put it at the very end. You don't think about that until you're sitting over your pizza afterwards.
Yeah.
What the fuck were those guys thinking?
And I love the police response time there when a train hits a car, and they could walk over to docks to come back. He walks home, gets his chick, comes back,
exchange gifts.
Yeah, exchange gifts. Talk to Biff.
We're not talking the NYPD. This is
Hill Valley.
Crazy. By the way, I also wanted to bring that up. That Mayor Goldie Wilson turned out to be an awful mayor because Hill Valley was a wonderful place, and then Goldie Wilson took over, and the theater's a porno theater. There's bums sleeping around. Crazy drunk drivers. Goldie Wilson stunk as a mayor.
Yeah, he sure did. He sure did.
Just wanted to add that in. Well, you know something? I can't say enough about the film.
Yes, you can.
Shut up, Jimmy. Everybody here loves it except for two people.
You said enough about it about a half hour
who think we talk about it much too much and obsess on it too much. But
Bob, you could say anytime, get a life, because a lot of people are thinking it.
You did our own screening.
I would love to hear this guy tell you guys to get a life.
I do have a question, though, that I want to ask you seriously. What is the best piece of memorabilia that you own from the movies?
Very good.
Oh man, wow. I've got the best piece is probably the time displays from the DeLorean that got destroyed.
Oh, you got that.
I've got those in a showcase over my fireplace mantle. I've got a hoverboard, but there's a lot of there were a bunch of those.
Yeah, I hear that.
And then the other thing that our special effects supervisor took one of the Mr. Fusions and made it into a lamp.
You have a Mr. Fusion lamp?
Yeah, that lamp used to sit on my desk, and so that's pretty cool. But the time displays, I think, are the number one.
Well, Bob, let me tell you something. I just had a 14-seat theater put in my house, and Back to the Future is just played constantly, and I have a case that has gone in, and I really could use some Back to the Future memorabilia. What could you send me for free?
Nothing.
All right. I'll leave an empty spot in the case and say it was from you. Buy it on eBay, some fake thing.
Yeah, Anthony and Danny really are very, very vocal. They actually did a radio show, where they did nothing but talk about Back to the Future
we watched
for 3 hours.
Yes, and
I'll tell you guys what. How about?
Did you hear about it?
Autograph a poster to each of you guys.
An autograph poster, dude. If you could do that.
I can do that.
That would be key. Please, if you don't get, if you don't send him the information and put him on hold, someone will die.
No.
If you do it, I swear I'm going to kick your ass.
I'll put him on
Bob,
hold for you
please
guys.
don't hang up.
I'll put him on
don't
hold.
Don't hang up.
Don't wait.
Oh, my God. Don't you do it.
Wait a minute. Autograph by who?
Don't you dare. I don't care who it's autographed. Bob is going to autograph it.
I will put Bob on hold for you guys. All right.
You son of a...
There's Bob on hold for you guys.
I knew it.
Back to the Future has been re-released separately for the first time ever. You've never been able to own the discs separately.
God damn. I knew the second I said that he was going to hang up on him.
Well, you know what? Mars should check the phones, because I really was trying to do the right thing.
I knew it.
That's a little weird that happened right there.
You suck. You know how important. I want a movie theater. I'm going to put posters up. A sign Back to the Future.
He'll call back, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, he's not busy. He's promoting this new DVD that's out. Holy shit.
He said you guys, too, so I'm sure I was.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Holy shit.
All right, I got a little nervous.
Big
star like that on our phone. I didn't know what to do. I got nervous. All right.
I am livid. I am livid.
Should we take a break now? Maybe.
I think we should.
You guys got his number. Just call him back.
Yeah, well, we got his number.
You don't?
No. He called here. That's how it works with guests. They don't hand out our numbers.
Good news. Bob Gale has called back, Anthony. Bob Gale has called. Nah, just kidding. Let's move on with some other things. Almost getting out of here.
Jimmy doesn't understand how we like the movie. I just want to say, it's not like we're sitting there watching Cuckoo's Nest. It's, it's one of those movies. It's just goofy. It's good to get, if you watch it numerous times, you get these little idiosyncrasies or little things that were put in or whatever that you can share with your friends.
I'm going to try watching that again. I haven't watched it in years. The Eric Stoltz
goof on Biff.
The Eric Stoltz info is very interesting. We're looking at a still picture of Eric Stoltz as Michael J. Fox's character in Back to the Future.
By the way,
I did not know that they filmed a lot of the movie with Eric Stoltz and then bailed on him and then went with Michael J. Fox.
Our good
idea.
friends at BTTF.com.
Right. I don't know how good of friends to me they are.
They sent me an out-of-time license plate, my friend.
Shit.
Sent me an out-of-time license plate.
Nice.
I got one. But
it reminds me of famous actors auditioning for very famous roles and not getting the part. And I remember seeing a video, kind of a montage of this.
It was Han Solo.
Was it Han Solo stuff? Maybe it was Star Wars?
It was the audition tapes for Han Solo. A few people did it. They did a goof on it on Saturday Night Live, I think.
Yeah.
Or, one of those shows.
But I've seen others, too, for other big movies.
And they actually had a test screening, though, for...
Who tried out for Han Solo?
I believe Christopher Walken did try out for it.
No.
I think
for real?
so. I think so.
Can we find that video?
Well, he was in the Deer Hunter, so he was certainly acting back then.
And that was kind of a goof that they did, I think. One of the goofs was Christopher Walken doing it.
Yeah, there's others.
It was Jay Moore who was doing the impression, so it was very funny.
Yeah. As seen on TV, we did a whole infomercial thing, so E-Rock ran this in.
Hey, kids, why sit in front of the TV when you can be on the radio?
We're gonna roll this truckin' convoy across the USA. Convoy.
That could be fun. Throw away your bulky transmitters and broadcasting towers. The Superstar Celebrity Microphone lets you hear your voice through any AM radio.
Hey, good looking. We'll be back to pick you up later.
He's in for some loving. It's the perfect gift for birthdays, graduations, board meetings. You're fired. But order now. Supply is limited. Limited! Do you have any of those microphones left?
Yeah, a couple.
Wow, good find by you guys.
That's hysterical.
And you guys reminded me that goes way back, like the third season or something?
Yeah, that is very,
really
very,
old, right?
very old school Simpsons.
That commercial was from the 70s.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Footer. Footer!
Yeah, what's up, boys?
What's up?
And you got to relax, buddy. I don't want you popping those hair plugs, man.
They're not plugs, and they can't pop, and they're individual follicles from the harvest area, the back of my head.
Oh, that's true.
Where it's genetically engineered not to fall out, and then they put it on top where the hair was thinning, and now it's fine.
Wow, you'll believe anything.
Okay.
It does. No, it works. I swear. I'm noticing things. I'm not ready for the big reveal, but I'm noticing.
Looks like someone watches late night TV.
By 4 months. I'm only into month 3.
All right.
4 months, you start seeing the growth, but I've already started seeing.
Yeah.
And then after that, within 6 months, you really start noticing. And then by a year, you have the hair's back on your head.
The fuck takes so long?
Hair grows like a pain in the ass.
What takes so? They say it takes that long so they can get
out of town.
Yes, pack up all their boxes.
What are they going to cover fucking elixir wagon?
Change the name of their company and set up shop in another town.
No,
yes.
They do not.
You had this done at around the time of
it was
my
around
wedding.
Thanksgiving.
So that's 3 months ago. We should be able to see something.
You can. Yes.
And Anthony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, real quick, man, I know you're aggravated today, and it bothers me. I woke up this morning a little aggravated, too. I found these little wet spots all over my floor, but I just assumed I have a rodent problem, and they were sipping their little cups of water, and they just spilled it.
That's funny.
Douchehead.
I fucking forgot about thirsty mice.
A thirsty mouse. Good. Glad he reminded you.
The mice was thirsty.
Let's say hi to Rich in O-Town. Bring it on, brother.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Hey, man.
Hey, buddy.
Forgot about Susan Powder and Tony Little, the fitness commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were pretty horrendous.
Now it's all about that other guy. What's his name? The workout
on
fucking midget.
Ted's memorabilia website.
Oh, wait, what? So we couldn't hear you.
I found some Back to the Future memorabilia on Ted's movie memorabilia website.
That is exactly a very good site. I sell all the rare items.
What do you have, Ted, from Back to the Future? Because I'd really like to...
I have a shoelace that was in Christopher Lloyd's shoe when he arrived on set. I have a cup that had coffee in it, so Michael J. Fox spilled it. I have things for every movie.
Oh, what other movies? And
I don't know. You name a movie, I'll tell you what I got.
All right. What do you have from, like, Star Wars, maybe, or something?
I have some dirt that Darth Vader stepped in.
Oh, so it's a footprint of Darth Vader?
No, it's just the footprint wasn't preserved.
Oh.
It's some dirt that was under the boot of James Earl Jones.
Oh, I thought it was maybe a plaster cast of the footprint, which would kind of be cool.
No, it was originally tracked onto the carpet by Lando Calrissian.
But James Earl Jones wasn't actually in the Vader suit.
Yeah. That's why it's so rare, Daniel.
It was actually that big guy from...
yes, David Prowse. But one day, James Earl Jones showed up, and David said, "Get that jigaboo out of my suit."
I don't think he said that.
It was very inappropriate.
Very inappropriate, nasty, and rude.
Yeah. Yes, I didn't care for that type of talk.
Yes, you can't have that kind of talk about such a fantastic actor.
I couldn't agree more, Anthony. Yes, Gregory.
Do you have anything from the Godfather series?
I certainly do. Yeah. I have 3 of Marlon Brando's mustache hairs.
Mustache hairs.
They fell out by the car when he was shot, when Fredo fumbled with the weapon. I also have some gravel that was on the ground that got caught in his pant leg when he fell.
How could you get that but not get something better? If you were that close to get mustache hairs and gravel, couldn't you have gotten maybe the prop gun that Fredo had?
I had that, but I traded it for the mustache hairs and a piece of lemon pie.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I have very rare movie items.
Do you have anything from The Shining? I bet Ant would love something from The Shining.
I certainly do. I have red gelatin that was used to come out the side of the door, I believe. Or maybe it was on the children's head.
Now,
I have a swatch of carpeting that was in room 501, which wasn't featured in the movie.
There is no 501.
Yes.
Sometimes reports will be false. I don't understand why you would have something like that and not get something from The Shining, like one of the knives that we used?
I had the axe that he was chasing the boy with.
Oh.
But I traded it for hedge seeds.
Why would you want hedge seeds?
So I could make my own maze in my living room and run through it for hours.
But you had the axe. That's like a key prop from the movie.
The thing to
Yes,
have
I had
from the
that, but I
movie.
was refused entry on 7 straight planes. I would carry my axe and go here. I'm checking this.
I wish I had a Scatman Crothers related piece.
Oh, wow. Imagine that.
Yes, that painting. I used to have that, but I traded it for the comforter he was laying on. I have that, the comforter. And I have 3 of his giant black toenail clippings. I use them as visors when I play cards.
Well, that's very unique memorabilia.
Yes, it is.
I don't see that on eBay or anything like that.
No, it's very, very, very hard to get things.
Yes.
Other stuff's easy.
Yeah, anyone can. Who's getting those toenails?
They certainly can. That movie was very frightening.
Yes, I was frightened watching
Yes,
it.
I also have the Continental Airlines seat that he sat in.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I do. I sit in my living room when I watch television.
That actually sounds like a pretty good prop.
Yes, it is. It's not the original, though.
Oh, well, wait a minute.
It's actually the chair they used in rehearsal. It's just a plastic chair. But they said this is the one he pretended he was on the plane.
But Scatman sat in it?
That's what I've been told. I spent $4,000 on that. I certainly hope so. And I traded Jack Nicholson's jacket. The jacket that he wore in The Shining, I traded that for the seat that Scatman sat on, allegedly.
That would have been something to have. I don't know.
You hear the organ that actually is playing this music?
Yeah, you have that?
No, I'm just enjoying the music with
Oh.
you. They wanted me to. Somebody tried to sell me this, but I didn't believe it was the actual organ.
You have anything, speaking of Nicholson, from Cuckoo's Nest?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great
Yes,
class.
I do.
Oh.
What do you got?
What do you got from Cuckoo's
An
Nest?
indented pillow.
Is it the pillow that Chief used?
I've been told. And I have broken glass from the window that Chief threw the giant sink through. And I have water from that sink. I drink it on a daily basis.
Whatever happened to the sink?
A lot of water.
What's that?
Whatever happened to the
I
sink?
had that. I traded for shards of glass. Who needs a big, heavy sink, Gregory?
You seem to have given away a lot of good memorabilia for stuff that people really wouldn't care
I've had
about.
a bunch of bunk memorabilia, and I traded it for rare items.
Well, I can't wait to maybe come over and see your collection.
Oh, it's fantastic. And I have the $25 that Mr. Harding was going to bet.
That he was going to bet.
Yep, and I have a pack of Mr. Cheswick's cigarettes. And I have one of Louise Fletcher's vaginal lips.
How do you get that, Ted?
I was on my front porch. Somebody thought it was a slug, and they threw salt on it.
Nice.
Goddamn.
Where can we see the rest of this stuff, Ted? You got a website?
I'm working on a website.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm trying to use my computer. I have DOS prompt. I'm C prompting.
C prompt? Why don't you get an operating system like Windows or
Yes.
Mac?
See, right now I'm trying to get Ted Sheckler's rare, yet not impossible to get moviememorabilia.com. But that cyber squatters have it.
It sounds like something somebody wouldn't have. And it's
They
very
tried to
inconvenient.
hijack me for $7. We're going to court in May.
That's a long name.
It certainly is, Anthony.
It's hard to type in.
Yes. Ted's memorabilia didn't sound right to me.
That would have been easy, though.
Exactly. Who needs easy?
Ted, we're getting a question from James in Michigan.
Welcome aboard, James. Thanks for calling the program.
Do you have any?
You sound like Gregory.
Do you have any Pink Panther memorabilia?
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah?
I actually have Peter Sellers' spleen in a jar.
Really?
Yes, I do.
I bet you Steve Martin's jealous that you have that.
Yes, he is. He wears it as a hat, and we all make little jokes. Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Yes, I have a toilet, which is where that piece of shit should have been put.
All right, there you go. Ted's. What's the website again? Ted's.
Ted Sheckler's Rare. Yeah, not impossible to get moviememorabilia.com.
Oh my God. I just had a brain
impossible.
I had a brain aneurysm. I'm trying to remember that.
That wouldn't even fit on the top of the webpage.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ted, fucking
everyone.
love Ted, man.
Good old Ted.
All right, I'll have to check out your site while I'm not looking at Fat E-Rock.
This really sucks. We got a Will Chapman is leaving the Opie and Anthony program. He's been a soldier for many years. He started with us at WYSP. He left a really good gig when we came to Satellite because he believed in us and the channel. And now he's leaving us. After how many years there, Will?
Here for.
Here for what?
Here, exactly. 4.
4
and
years.
I was thinking, 4 years.
4 years.
4 years. And the thing that I'm going to miss most
are
the 3 of them.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is going to be your beautiful ability to take a sponsor and completely just twist what their message was into the most heinous and awful situations possible.
Oh, yes.
This homeless guy's ass shit on this guy's face is brought to you by 24-Hour Energy. That I'm going to miss. I'm going to miss that.
Can you tell the story? Because I heard from somebody we blew up a spot for you.
The spot, Jimmy?
Yeah, which proves that this guy was a soldier all the way.
Yeah, I'll tell the story.
You don't even have to...
We certainly can't mention the product.
Yeah, don't mention the product.
Did I blow one up?
Oh, you blew one up like never,
and you know
never
what?
before.
And I know we're having a little fun here, but this is the type of guy Will is. He never brought it to our attention. I heard about this only, I think last week when, he announced that he was leaving.
Did they salvage
the
it?
company?
Oh, well, we just salvaged it this month, 3 years later.
That much time, huh?
Yes, you did a splendid job. This was something
It was
that...
Exxon.
Don't mention
the product. But I was on my way to a rather important meeting.
This is a true story.
We were about to pitch a couple of $1 million to this specific product. And I was leaving one of the XM Artist Confidentials. And I get a call saying, hey, what happened on the O&A show today? Somebody went off on XYZ product. Like, I have no idea. So I called the producer at that time, Ben's Hog. He's like, oh, dude, Jimmy went postal. Just went fucking nuts. I'll play you the audio.
Oh, jeez.
So we finally get to the appointment. We're in the waiting room, and when Ben calls me back, he's like, dude, you better buckle in. Jimmy calls this product, and I quote, a box of cock meat. There was some other choice words said.
It was actually a box of cock meat was the box of cockmeat.com.
It was pussy meat. I got it completely wrong.
He fucked it all up, right? So I go in, and literally, as I hang up the phone, I look at my colleague, and he's like, well, what did he say? I'm like, he called their product a box of cock meat. He's like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah.
Oh, no.
Just then they bring us in, and it's like the Trump boardroom where it's just the big long table and two little teeny chairs, and I'm dead. We're dead men walking. We have nothing.
Yeah.
They come in and they hit us with what in God's name happened on the show? Who is this guy? Why would he say such a thing? And the only angle I had was, well, he's a comedian. He's a regular guest of the show. His job is to fire people up, and we see this as a terrific opportunity.
For Jesus
you.
Christ. Good one.
If you guys now do the right thing and take care of this gentleman who's been complaining, about the issue of service that you're giving him, this could be the greatest thing since sliced bread. He could come on, say, I was wrong about this product. Yep. They're great. They're fantastic. Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-ba. Ha! The aristocrats.
Yeah.
Just crickets, man.
Get the fuck out.
They looked at us, leaned over and said, we don't really see it that way.
Oh.
Let us tell you what's going to happen. And from there, things just went horribly awry.
I do remember that.
The good thing about Jimmy is he's bitched about so many products, I don't even know which one this is.
Yeah, exactly.
So it could be a number of things.
It could be one of 50 things. But I guess what happens is with any product you buy, you're a consumer.
Certainly.
So I think maybe this is a weakness of me as a performer. I think like a consumer and as a guy who's not happy with something more than I think of I should be thinking responsibly, which is not good for a company.
I do that though sometimes too. I've slipped.
Yeah, we all have.
I've bitched at a company that I then got yelled at for bitching at a couple of times.
The freedom of this environment lets you say things that normally you could never say.
Yeah.
Calling something, a box of cock meat is a new one
Yes.
In no business book. There's no book on that one.
No, but there's a freezer full at Steve's house.
Yes. Cock meat in a baggie.
Exactly.
I love it.
But by the way, that product...
MJ says I could have it.
Yes. I have raved about one compared with another product. I mean, I have been raving about that product for a long time, actually.
Yeah. And thank God I don't handle that other product, so, F them.
Well, Will, we're going to miss you.
Well, I will I need to tell you one more thing I will miss.
One more thing.
Yes. One more thing. The music again, please.
This is my other favorite, is when we sit in these meetings, you're twittering, Anthony's pal talking. I pitch something, and you go, yeah. Then 3 weeks later, when it's on the air, both of you look at me like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, yeah.
We're supposed to do what? We agreed to what?
Exactly.
I didn't even remember discussing this.
Yes, because we were very busy.
Exactly.
We never would have agreed
things.
to that.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy?
What?
We didn't say that.
Wouldn't have happened.
We go way back to the YSP days with Will, and I see maybe a little welling up in the eyes there, my friend.
No welling. I weld. Maybe if you play the Walking Away music from the Hulk, I might well up. I'm good.
Yeah?
I'm good.
Where you going, man? Anywhere
I'm
good?
actually going to be working for home for a company that does digital advertising. Much more laid-back gig, be spending more time with my family, and making a little more cash, hopefully.
Oh, that sucks.
And I'm guessing they will probably cancel my subscription tomorrow.
Yeah.
What are you
You don't have your headphones on. Well, how are you supposed to hear anything?
Yeah, put your headphones on.
Oh,
there it is.
Sales guy. I still hear nothing.
Oh,
why would I?
Why would the volume
exactly
on your headphones?
And there he goes.
Oh, so sad.
Last day today, that's it?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
that's it.
Just going to come in, mow everybody down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, it has been a pleasure and an honor.
Well, you have to leave the headphones on. You can't hear
anything. There's nothing on.
Yeah.
I cannot hear the...
It's more perfect.
Walking away music. Right.
I can imagine it.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, it's been okay.
Well, screw that music.
That was good.
There you go.
I'd rather,
What is that?
Yeah. Why would it work?
Why would it? But I'm sure things at the new studio will be working fantastically.
Well,
what are you trying to hit at?
Yeah, what's wrong, Ant?
A button?
This silent break is brought to you
gone.
by Carbonite.com and by MyView.com.
What happened, Ant? What were we going to play so we could imagine it? We were going to imagine it.
I've been sabotaged.
All right.
Sabotage.
All of my Christian Bale, no fucking professional, and fuck you, and leave, and I'm fucking serious. All that good stuff that I could have just railed you with.
Something happens with these machines because
I know.
Stuff disappears on mine all the time too.
We get like ghosts in the machine.
Man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man.
So when do you start your new venture?
March 9th. Leave for the islands on Friday with the fam. Drink some rum, lay around.
Yeah.
Come back.
Are you leaving voluntarily?
Yes.
Okay.
It was my choice.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, I was bitter.
Shut the fuck up. All right, well.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen.
Well, let me see. When this new thing now, do you feel like this is going to be a good thing for you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I'm not going there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it should be fun.
So you don't believe in us and satellite radio anymore?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not even a little bit. So, gentlemen?
So we're not going to work together anymore?
No, sir.
No, that's it.
Just trying to cue in.
Sure.
Well,
I know.
It's not working?
I can't find it. Everything that's,
Let him do what he has to do.
It's all futzed around.
Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done professionally.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Got that. Your mom's
I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it?
box.
Oh, famous last words, and there he goes.
Well, headphones are off.
Yes, sir. Will Chapman.
Oh, you just fucked it up.
You fucked it up.
You don't even know how to do it right.
You can't.
Your last
say
words have
anything
to
else.
be your mom's box, not all right, later, gentlemen.
Sponsored by your dad's balls.
Your mom's box.
Shut the fuck up.
There goes Will. A true
There's
soldier
Will.
of the Opie and Anthony show.
Another one goes.
Another one bites the dust. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Larry.